Yeah, you haven't. Okay. Oh,
There we
we're,
go. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Hey, how's it going, everybody? So we're gonna go ahead and just do a vibe stream here. We got a couple videos that Anand Kazan here, or for tonight, Chairman Barney is gonna show. So we got video here. Yeah. Basically, we got an Ancom, and this other one is just about Sonic. So, like I said, we're gonna see how this goes. But we got other ones. So yeah. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. Exactly. Yeah. Definitely press F for Joe Rogan. Like I say, he's gonna. It's a good meme, though. It's a good meme. All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit sleepy. But you know what? We're going to continue on here. So we'll go ahead and share the screen here. There we go. We'll hide that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, let's go. Exactly. Thank you, Punjabify. Yeah. I know I like Barney for a reason. There you go. All right. So let's go ahead and see this one here. All right.
Game reviews.
Okay.
Hello, gamer fans.
Woo.
Spax here. Welcome to a Quartz Network ASN Game Reviews.
Oh, man. Those were the days, huh?
I know, right?
3D, he's gained some fans and lost some fans. I think most of his games in 3D have been pretty good, but then later they kept getting a little worse and sometimes better in some ways. And then we had the abysmal Sonic the Hedgehog for 3D.
So I got a funny story about this guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what happened was, people used to do parody videos of him, and then his mother was a lawyer. So when people were doing parodies of him back then, he was having them sued and having their content pulled off of YouTube for doing that.
Classic story.
And then another funny story about this before we get back into it is how he hated the voice actor Jason Griffith so much because he liked Ryan Drummond better as the voice of Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
So he spurred so hard about Jason Griffith that a bunch of his fans started harassing Jason Griffith.
Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, boy.
Fandom of many Sonic fans to the grave. But does Sonic still have a chance to be big in the future and stay in the future? Well, let's find out. With the upcoming Sonic game for all the HD consoles and the next-gen consoles and the PS2, whatever, Sonic Unleashed, and please forgive my stone look, I must have been drunk when I did that. Which is understandable, as this is one of those games that make you want to kill yourself!
Ooh. Okay.
Too bad he didn't kill himself.
Brought back a lot of elements from the 2D game, and some levels in similar design to the 2D games. Unlike past games, this game features only one playable character, Sonic the Hedgehog himself. So far, I say this is a pretty good gameplay thing for Sonic. Graphics are beautiful. The texture on many things is awesome. You can see stuff in the distance, and it looks great. And the water looks so real. Sega really outdid themselves. But then again, who cares? Sound, voice-wise. I think this is the main problem here. As I said, the most important game series like Sonic are the voices. The people who represent them.
Of course, he's going to spurg about the voice acting.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Here we go.
I'm going to be doing this on the one who had the most damage. I remember before the influence of the crappy Sonic X English dub, Sonic had this cool, teenage, energetic voice. Here are samples of it in these past clips.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog. What? Amy, what are you doing here? Drat, I trapped a skull for time.
See, sounded like a young teenager who's very hyperactive, energetic, and very emotional.
Oh,
kind of.
Let Glasnow know that he's welcome on the stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and do the invite. Just do that. Copy. Go ahead and drop that in. There we go. Okay, there's the link right there. All right. There's that. Is that what we wanted to do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so out of it.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay. All right, but yeah, if you want to come on though, Glasnow, you absolutely can. So yep. Yeah, you can come on, Eli. Yeah, that'd be fine. You can just use the link and come on in, and we can drop you in, no problem. We'll go ahead and do that. Yeah. Let's see here. So we'll continue on with this here.
Stuff. But now let's listen to Jason Griffith.
You say so. How about you give me a hand and help look for somebody who knows you, Chip? Gotta call you something, don't I? What do you think?
God fucking damn it! So much obviously worse! Why does Jason Griffith always talk like this in this?
All right. Yep. So we're just gonna review some videos there, Eli. So we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, no problem. Okay. We'll go ahead and
Flatline voice that kind of makes him sound like a younger Big the Cat. And always, I don't know why his speech pattern is always like this. It sounds so fake.
What are you gonna do?
What's it? Oh yeah, we're just going through this couple of videos that Anna and Kazan linked. So we'll go ahead and do those and just kind of go from there. Yeah. And we'll just wait for him to get his audio there. Okay.
He sucks so much. I mean, every time he talks, it's like he's mocking Sonic. He has this really, really dorky tone. He just doesn't sound like Sonic.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Is supposed to be. I hate it. I mean, personally, if he got hit by a car and died, I'd cheer.
See what I mean?
Oh,
I
wow.
just really hate him that much.
Damn.
Hard.
Hate boner moment.
Why did Sega do this? No serious gamer or Sonic fan would like
Dead
or
man
watch.
pisses me off.
This game doesn't deserve mercy. It should be shot. It should be burned. Do anything the hell you want to it. Just kill it.
Gotta call you something, don't I? What do you
I know
think?
he would not like me.
Get it through your head, Sega.
What's that?
His audio's
Jason
messed
Griffith
up.
Oh, okay.
fucked up
Gotcha.
who Sonic's character is! And I'm never gonna let it go! Jesus, this is so fake. At least Ryan Drummond speaks normal. I don't need to listen to a wimpy, bland, and emotionless voice.
Welcome to the jungle, huh?
Yeah.
Cartoon
So-
Network PSN gives this game a
Yeah.
well-deserved 1 out of 10.
So, Uncle Thomas,
Yeah.
why did you change your name to something Mandarin or Chinese?
Oh, I just thought it'd be funny about it. Just a nice little meme for about a week.
So you notice how in the review, the only reason he gave it a negative review is because of the voice acting? Like, that's like spurging at the highest order.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
right.
so.
Very
Mhm.
picky.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, that was pretty funny though. Okay, so we got this one here, and so apparently even Luna Oi was talking about this. What according to what Anand Cosmo was saying. So I'm like, dang, God, if even she had to say something, then you know it's gotta be bad. So and shout out to her by the way, because I saw her stream.
Something about her, I just... Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fair.
Every red-blooded communist out there knows what fully automated space communism is. And if you don't, you should. Because it's our dream, our goal, the hope that one day humanity will live peacefully in luxurious, decentralized
Hey, I'm for it.
space colony.
What's that?
I just
Yeah, if you-
don't... I mean, isn't that the point of Marxism, is to reach some kind of world where you don't need a state or something? Or don't need money?
Eventually, but
Yeah,
not
it can
what this
be.
guy's talking about.
yeah, this is more. This is basically kind of like, well, you know, I'll let him speak for himself. We'll go ahead and do that just to make sure.
Space colony. And it's something we can have. And we can have it soon.
We can still go to space.
It's really kind of
Yeah.
confusing that we don't. It's a great idea, isn't it? Fully automated gay space communism. It's what's wrong with it?
It's a
A
meme.
meme?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's just a branding problem. That's it.
Imagination.
I'm thinking, well,
Imagination.
kind of long, and the acronym.
It's kind of like that SpongeBob meme.
Yeah. The thing is that I'm gonna have to shoot my own some of my respect here. It's like I'm going to get my degree in marketing pretty soon. It's just like this it doesn't. It's like, oh well, it's just about branding. No, it's not just about branding. It's about the fact that it's about where it comes from too, though. It's like, you could have a good product or something like that, but it's like if you have a not so good company that does it, or in this case, a political ideology, then people aren't going to want to do it. It just, like I say, it starts at the root. It's not just branding for this particular product, if you will. But yeah, that's just me.
Hey, Eli, can you mute?
Why?
Oh, you're just causing a lot of background noise.
Here's what I
Oh,
3 little letters. AIL.
Does it have a
Automated
wrench?
Interstellar Libertarianism. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Libertarianism.
Libertarianism? I was on board for a second, but wait.
libertarianism, goddamn.
Well, actually, libertarianism is anarchism, by definition. That's why those on the right that call themselves libertarians, the neo-libertarians, they call themselves that.
All right, let me do something right quick. Apparently somebody needs a wrench, so let me go ahead and take care of that. Just one moment there. Let me see here. I'll be polite. Since that's what we do on here. Let me see here. Oh, crap. I went to the wrong thing.
What's the picture of that guy?
Oh, it's Tom Selleck from Magnum PI. Yeah.
Oh, Tom Selleck?
Yeah. Yep.
I thought it was your real picture.
No.
No. He doesn't
No,
look
dude,
anything
dude.
close to
Oh,
like Tom Selleck.
Okay. Let's see here. So who doesn't have the wrench? Let me make sure. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. 1909 doesn't have the wrench. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we got the wrench. Okay, and yeah, Man of Steel has the wrench. Just double checking. Yep. Okay, yep. Oleg's got. Okay, yep. Good deal. Just wanted to double check there. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to what we were doing there. All right.
NCAPs is another name for them. The right has this
And
wonderful
Capistan.
where it co-opts ideas from the left and then sells them to you. They do that with the woke branding moment.
The thing is, why do you cope? They cope so hard about this idea. It's like, once again, this comes from Murray Rothbard. I mean, at least that's what I've heard anyway, is that Murray Rothbard took the word libertarian from the left and gave it to the right. It's like, well, we want it back. Well, then rebrand a little bit then. But as you said earlier, but it's like, or at least come up with a different word for it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm an expert at marketing because I just took classes, so I can't really speak to what actually does. But it's like, if you read stuff like, if you read different theory, and if you read more neo-lib theory, in particular stuff like Edward Bernays, then you would understand a bit more about, public relations, for example. He was well known for that. The part of the reason that people remember the Chiquita Banana Company and all the not banana wars, but the stuff that happened in the 1950s was because people like Edward Bernays were able to manipulate what came out to the public here in the United States. So that's that was the branding that they did. That say that yes, we are here to smash these folks who are trying to lose these products and everything else like that. These are evil communists, and was able to market things that way and advertise it that way. Like I say, I know that my marketing teacher is there somewhere like advertising and marketing are not the same thing. I know he's going to say that to me, but yeah. Anyway, I'm go off on a tangent. Go ahead.
They try to be like, oh, we're all gay friendly and we love the LGBT community. Buy our stuff.
Yeah,
buy.
exactly.
They don't actually give a fuck. They just want to sell you stuff. But we care. We want an inclusive society. That's what ALE is. The ANCAPs, the white libertarians, took the term libertarian. We should take it back. Classical libertarian is just a fancy way of saying anarcho-communism, which is great.
Oh, yeah?
Well, there was Go ahead. I was going to say is that there's anarcho-syndicalism as well. So it's like, begging, it doesn't have to be just that. But the thing is that when he says that, oh, we're all inclusive, it's like, that's part of the problem. Is that when everybody gets, dare I sound more like a fash by saying this, but it's like, you can't just accept everybody in hunky-dory and say, well, yeah, we accept trans rights and black rights. It's like, bro, this is one of the biggest things where it's like, how can you support, Black Lives Matter or something like that, but then also talk about transgenderism. This is part of the problem. It's like a lot of black folks say, hey, man, we're getting out here getting shot. And you're talking about this transgender stuff. This is something that Tariq Nasheed talks about.
Oh yeah,
you can say what you will, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Black Authority talks about it too because what progressive politicians and Democrats or any politicians in Canada do is they do it. It's called wedge issues. So when they
No.
create a wedge issue, they'll virtue signal at every side of the political aisle, but it's an excuse for them to get nothing done.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
is that where all the this is where all so the marketing, the virtue signaling, and the is all I don't know. I don't know what
It's
I was
LARP.
supposed.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah,
It's just LARP.
this is kind of LARP. Yeah, really. I mean, they're talking about, well, we can get all these folks in. The thing is, why are you making plans for a future, but you haven't? It's like, you've already planned on victory when you haven't even started the war yet. It doesn't make any sense, right? So yeah, that's just, and
It's
that's
like
a lot of things. Go ahead.
it's like trying to get a plane and fight, but you don't have the engine or the wings.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's just ridiculous to see this type of stuff. But yeah, continue forward.
Allows us to bring our ideas into general discourse without it getting blocked by decades and decades of propaganda and capitalist
Planet.
will getting into people's minds and just shutting them down anytime we want to have a discussion with them. Another great YouTuber by the name of Reeducation has a video about how a lot of conservatives actually have a lot in common.
Re-education. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Don't want to listen to us
The
because
thing is that re-education is kind of iffy because, like, he used to be apparently some sort of white supremacist on some level. I don't know where exactly, but then he became an ANCOM, and yeah. Go ahead.
I think he was more like leaning towards that, though I heard he was like a conservative, though was leaning towards fascism or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
like it. Yeah, he never really rubbed me the right way. I was just like, I understand what you're saying, but it's like, he would also have the ML LARP and whatnot. It's like I can understand what he was trying to say, but I was just like, meh. That's just
And
me,
plus,
though.
I think he just mostly came from the atheist community because if you look at like his recommended channels, it's just trash like Steve Shives and
Oh,
other
yeah.
adjacent
Mhm.
channels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of the big
Steve
things, too.
Shives.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
that
I
guy
say,
called North Korea a starvation state.
yeah, a lot of these folks they came from that, and they, as much as they've tried to separate themselves from it, they're still of it. You can't really break off what got you into this thing in the first place. Even like with people like Vosh, who very rarely talk about religion, because when he does, he'll say stuff like, "Well, yeah, it's okay to bring in all these folks from other countries, so that we can compete against China." But then he'll say these things about, well, Islam is just as bad as Christianity and whatnot. I'm just like, woo,
And plus,
okay,
it
buddy.
doesn't. Plus, it doesn't help when Reeducation looks like a character from Battlefield Earth. Just
Yeah.
saying.
What's Battlefield Earth?
Really terrible movie John Travolta was in, based off of science fiction stuff from L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, I thought it was a Battlefield game.
And it just goes to show you how old me and the main host are. If we can remember a shit movie like that, yeah, we might as well just show a picture from Battlefield.
Yeah, there we go. This is what he looks like. Oh, here we go. I'll do a side by side here.
Must have been had bad acting, right?
Oh, it had terrible acting. It was a shitty movie. It was listed as one of the worst movies of all time.
Yeah, this is good enough. Okay. Yeah, that's him, obviously, but yeah, he kind of looks like that. He's probably looks a little bit better now. I mean, who knows? But yeah,
It looks
he got the
Is
better.
big
that
Say.
picture
dreads and all that.
pre-COVID?
Yeah, it was
probably.
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Battlefield Earth picture is funny as fuck. Yeah.
When was the last? Oh, okay. Oh man, bruh. At the range. Okay, we got to see this. I'm sorry. We'll add this into the cringe after we see this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, let's finish this bullshit.
They have it in their head that commies are bad. Anarchist means chaos. Although, let's be honest, there's a lot of anarchists that make
You know what's so weird?
is the definition.
What's that?
I always had the same goal of future as communists before it even happened. It's kind of weird.
Huh. Okay.
But politically speaking, ideology of questioning and eliminating racism. Libertarian is just a fancy way of saying it. I like the term libertarian. It's fancy. It's nice. It's cool. It's derived from the word liberty.
Well, not really.
Oh yeah.
Freedom from unnecessary hierarchies. Freedom.
There's something wrong with the sound, guys.
And as I mentioned,
Okay.
It's probably on your end. You might
Mine?
have to. Yeah, you might have to kick yourself off for a sec.
Why?
Oh, because you're using a mobile phone and the sound's just kind of out of whack. Or you might just have to mute until you talk. Yeah, you'll probably just have to mute until you talk.
I'll just...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
in Re-Education's video, he talks about how a lot of people on the right have a lot in common with us. Because we're all the proletariat. And so they just don't like the words. They've been raised to hate the words of the left.
Go ahead.
So we need
Okay.
Talking to me?
one that they've
Yeah, I thought you were going to say something.
I mean, it's just... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought it crashed.
Oh,
No,
it
you're
didn't.
fine.
Guardsman Gaming.
I mean, I have sort of... Nah. I was just going to say, why do you think transgenderism is mental illness?
I think the thing is with that, I mean, I think a lot of it just has to do with, there's this isolation that exists that, capitalism has created. I feel like, I don't know, I think it starts from there, the isolation, and then people get into, like, the cat boy stuff and all the real, like I say, I'm not going to sit here and completely shit on anime, but it's like, in general, you get into that real weird type shit, and then it's just like, you become an egg and all that sort of thing. It's just like, and you go from there, basically. At least that's my view.
You go from femboy to transgender?
Yeah, you could.
I mean, it's not necessarily what he's saying, but he's just talking about... It's just saying that capitalism really kind of like pushes mental illness. And the fact that it doubles down on not fixing mental health just spreads it even more. And a lot of people that do this, they just, there's like some people that have legit gender dysphoria, and I don't have nothing with them. But then there's other people that are just miserable and they feel like they just want to be what they think they should be.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right.
taken and decided it was okay, we take it back and start using it ourselves the way it is meant to be. If you want to talk to someone who you don't think will take kindly to you being an anarchist, call yourself a classical libertarian. And they'll be like, oh, I like libertarians. What's a classical libertarian? And you say, oh, it's just, I just don't believe in, I think all hierarchies should be questioned, and that if we decide they're unnecessary, they should be dissolved and gotten rid of. And they'll probably agree with you. They'll be like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think I fancy myself a classical libertarian as well. And you just think in your head, yeah, buddy, welcome to the left. So, libertarian, actually good. Let's take that back. Now, we're dissecting the word, but we're doing it backwards. So, L, libertarian, I, interplanetary. It's time we left Earth. Let's just face it. Capitalism has raped and destroyed the planet. It's just the way it is. They've extracted all the resources, and the skies are full of smog, global warming.
If we had the technology,
yeah,
or contact with an alien.
Yeah, the thing is, this point is just ridiculous because it's like, okay, you're basically just saying, okay, I'm going to lick the boots of Elon Musk then, I guess, or either that or work with the Chinese. It's pretty much your only option. I mean, I don't think Biden is going to put in or reinstate the money going to NASA, at least not the same way that it did. So, I mean, this is just a ridiculous point. So it's like,
What about the Space Force?
Yeah. You know where they're going? You know where the Space Force is going? They're going to the country of called Qatar, or Qatar. That's where they're going. They're not going to space. It's like I say, this is just the classic sort of Fed type of stuff where it's like they're not gonna actually go into space, not yet, because the U.S. doesn't have that capability. Like I say, for anyone that wants to go into space now, you have to go to like Kazakhstan or something like that to send up rockets and whatnot. It's just like I say, so when people talk about, oh, well, we need to do things, interplanetary, it's like that's like I say, then you're just going to be licking the boots of somebody else, basically. That's all I have to say to that. But yeah, go ahead. Whoever wants to say something. Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was funny
How-
when No More Lib said, "Imagine meeting this person in real life."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, do you think the Chinese are the good guys or the bad guys?
I think right now they're the good guys. To be honest with you, I mean, like I say, in general, I think that they have a good system. They're able to say, well, yeah, the U.S. is racist and whatnot, but well, they can maintain their own hegemony and everything else. So I mean, they have done well with their soft power, by making deals in Africa. They're selling their trains to Israel, for example. I mean, they've just cut a deal with the EU. So I mean, in my opinion, it's like they they're just going back to what it was, going back to the imperial mandate, if you will. But yeah, so yeah, basically they're the good guys. That's how I view them.
Same.
Yeah, the weakers. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that. Like I say, they're just a
Uyghurs.
pawn. Yeah. The thing is that they're just pawns. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. You can feel as you want to about those folks, but they're just pawns for the United States. Same as the Kurds. Same as the Bosnians. They're just pawns for a larger, game to play. That's all they are. But that's just me.
Yeah.
The two richest people on Earth, well, not the two richest, one of the richest people on Earth, and some other in the real life Tony Stark, Bezos and Musk, want to go to Mars. They think the solution is to go to Mars. Now, that doesn't really make sense. But there's a lot of money to be made from Mars. If you have Mars colonies out there, they can do that. But there's an actual way that we've known about since at least the 60s called O'Neill cylinders. If you ever played the game Halo, you're familiar with the concept, except that was a ring rather than a cylinder. But basically what they are miniature ecosystems that are built out in space. They're not difficult to make. We have all kinds of scientific
Looks like Halo.
about them.
I've never played Halo, so I can't really speak to this. It just sounds like BS to me. But yeah, I don't know.
How does it sound like BS?
I mean, to me, it's like, okay, so it's going to be pressurized the right way, and you're going to have enough, put in food, or I don't get it. Maybe I'll let him explain and see. But go ahead. I don't really get this shit.
There have been many books, science fiction books written about them. And in fact, a certain YouTuber by the name of Isaac Arthur, who I will link in the description alongside Re-Education, has a great video about them. And they're not hard to make. And we've had a scientific society called the L5 Society that he discusses in the video that have actually, again, it's like the 60s, have been discussing it. We have all the materials in the asteroid belt, and it's really it's something we can do. The reason we don't do it now,
It's those resources, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have to do it
On those asteroids, it could give humanity so much prosperity when we nationalize the asteroid mining.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice, like I say, but I don't know. We'll see how the future goes, I guess.
Upfront cost. You would have to get all the materials up there. You'd have to discuss it and build it and test things out. And you can't share your ideas with anybody else because then they might steal your ideas and do it and make money off of your ideas.
Yeah.
This would not be a problem for us on the left and under Ale because our incentive is not profit. It is standard of living.
Okay. So you've already failed. I'll tell you that right now. Because the thing is, it's the same thing with the word libertarian. It's like they stole that word from you. And so now you have to call yourselves ANCOMs or call them something else, which nobody wants to hear. And now you're like, well, we're okay with people, because we're on the left, they can take our ideas. Then everybody is going to be using that material, and they're going to, like I say, and Wignats are going to use it. They're going to put on, the I don't know, the Sonnenrad or something like that, and say, well, it's all those Nazis that are doing that. So you've already failed. I mean, that's my view anyway. So it's like if you get that information of how to make these little canisters or whatever the hell it is, someone's gonna fuck it up, and then you're gonna be stuck in the whole, in the world of dissidents where nobody cares about you. Where it's like, no, nobody likes you. Same thing as Ku Klux Klan or whatever organization you want to claim. But that's just me. That's my view.
Trying to do is raise the standard of living for everybody at once. But again, under capitalism, you can't do that because the only thing you can do is something that makes money. That's all. That's the only thing you can do. You can only do something if it's profitable. So you'd have to upfront trillions of dollars, billions, maybe not trillions, but billions. But either way, more money than anybody really has access to try something that has never actually been tested before, but has been thought about. And then you'd have to charge people to do it. And then even if it worked, it would still be owned by somebody. You would live, your entire life would be in this tube, and you would be under the thumb of someone. And so if we don't kill ourselves on Earth and we manage to get off, whether it be on Mars or in O'Neill cylinders, we would become serfs, and it would be awful. Under anarchism, libertarianism, we would be free, and we would be living on these things, and we would make them and make them run all by ourselves. We would have unlimited of them, and then we could make different ones for different people, and they could become their own nation states, essentially, and we could all do this, and we could create a Dyson swarm around the sun. They could be powered solar. It's excellent. Isaac Arthur covers it in his video very well. And finally, automation. The first important thing, the A in AO. It's automation. It's coming. There's nothing we can do about it. Automation is cancer to capitalism because capitalism is predicated on wage labor. But the capitalists and the wage laborers are fundamentally at odds to each other.
Okay. Let me tell it's okay, so I wonder, this was 2019. I wonder what he would think about Andrew Yang and all this. But it's like, how is automation against capitalism? I don't get that because, automation has been happening in capitalism and it's managed to, continue to rehabilitate or, continue to use automation. So it's like when you say, oh, well, it's against capitalism. No. Once again, I think even Peter Coffin says that, yeah, if automation happened under socialism, yeah, then people would be free to do what they wanted. But under capitalism, it just means a loss of work, and also means that people would, simply get their UBI checks, and then, they wouldn't have anything else. They'd be forced to stay in their little cities or whatever the case may be. So yeah, to say that automation is at odds with capitalism, that doesn't, like I say, it would save labor costs once it became cheap enough to actually operate these things without having, 4 or 5 people to work on them. It's like, it's just, okay. That's just my take.
That's why it was hard for me to even say anything about this, because all I could do was just keep laughing, because towards the end he talks about automation and how, the robots could do the work for people, and since they could do the work for people, we won't need capitalism. So it's like, what, you want to live in WALL-E?
Yeah, I mean, basically that's what it sounds like. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Because
WALL-E, huh?
lower wages,
yeah, basically,
and raise profits, raise productivity. The best way you can do that is with a robot. You don't have to pay them. They don't steal. They don't take days off. They don't take bathroom breaks. You just have to buy them and maintain them, and that's it. And they work 24 hours a day for months at a time.
Where's this dude now?
And you can fire everybody.
I have no idea. Is he still around? Let me take a look.
Yeah, he's still doing videos.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, sometimes I do need a good laugh. Who do you talk with now? Discussion with Pathfinder means of destruction. Ah, what? Oh, so this guy just does a lot of streams and okay.
Yeah, and he's got the Kundalini on there.
Meditation. Oh boy, this is okay. I get.
What do you
I'm
have
so
against meditation?
I don't have anything against meditation. I'm sick of white folks, and I'm a white person as I am, but I'm so tired of white folks that will talk about meditation, talk about Kundalini, and say, "Well, actually, I'm a Buddhist now." Knock that shit off. Knock that shit off. You're not a Buddhist. You like the aesthetics of it because you just don't like Christianity. Okay, I get it. If you don't like Christianity, fine, but don't be a larper and be like, "Oh, well, actually, I like Buddhism now." Get the hell out of here.
It's just like all those rock stars in the 60s, like the Beatles and all those other dudes that got into Hinduism and all this stuff, and they had their mystics. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just a bunch of embarrassing LARP.
Yeah, and they didn't give a shit about it. Do you think that Paul McCartney still practices Hinduism? No, they did it because they were stressed out and stuff like that. But you don't see them doing that shit now. And I know it's only Paul and Ringo alive now, but still, it's like they don't give a shit.
Yeah, but rumor has it that that's not really Paul.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's one. Does this go back to Abbey Road and all that stuff?
Paul.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're almost done with this. Yeah, go ahead. You want to say something?
Talking to me?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I heard some about Paul McCartney being dead, but I mean,
Yeah. Like Abbey Road and that type of thing, where wasn't he the only one that was out of step? I can't remember that crap. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah, it's some weird shit.
But again, it's cancer to capitalism because then you have to displace workers and nobody can buy your stuff. It's really, really tempting. It's basically the heroin of capitalism. It's super tempting. It seems like a great idea, but you know it's gonna kill you eventually.
Not really. No, I mean, like I say, I mean, there have been plenty of, like I say, I mean, you could talk about whether from RoboCop to other dystopian movies or whatever. It's like, no, that's nonsense. Once again, you can, like I say, capitalism has amazing ability to just consume something and take it for its own and say, yeah, this is still capitalism. So to say, oh yeah, well, we'll just have a negative income tax or have a UBI and start with that, or to say, well, now we don't have to use money. Now we're gonna take in this cryptocurrency and just say, okay, well, we're gonna adapt it for our own, or World Economic Forum, or whatever the case may be. It shows that this guy is a moron. And like I say, I know this was 2 years ago, but still, what type of idiotic crap is this? Because it's like underestimation. The underestimation that he has for what he is up against is astounding to me. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
But
oh man,
communism is birthed by automation. The more we can automate, the less we have to do. Because again, we're not doing things for profit.
Is he a modern day utopian socialist?
Apparently this guy is. I don't think I'd call myself a utopian. I would say, I'm
he's saying he, not
oh,
you.
yeah. I guess he is, yeah.
Our goal is not to make money for some, it's to raise the standard of living for all. So if someone needs to clean the toilet,
people should be more open-minded when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, to a point, but it's like he also needs to realize the issues that are at hand. Like I say, this is some white anarcho bro type stuff. This is just some, oh yeah, well, we could go into space and all this sort of thing. It's just like we can colonize these places. It's just like the thing is that are there that many legitimate scientists or folks that would do terraforming, whatever? Do you think that they would actually go with nerds like you? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it's like I'm a fairly spurgy guy myself, but why would they work with nerds like you? Why would they work with this guy? This guy would be crammed in a locker in real life. It's just, well, no, goober. This is some white anarcho bro type stuff where it's just like, well, yeah, automation is, but the thing is, you can feel as you want to about Andrew Yang, about circumcision or whatever, but it's like, at least he has some sort of idea about what to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. I mean, who knows? He may not even be elected in New York City, but it's like, at least he has some sort of idea. This is just, I have a friend that, makes some videos that may be a scientist or not, but I don't give a shit. But it's just crazy.
Andrew Yang is running for mayor
Yes.
Mayor of New York City. Yeah.
of New York City, huh?
Absolutely.
I hear you live in Texas.
I do. I do.
What's it
I
like
do.
out there? What's the weather?
It's kind of rainy right now, but normally it's going to be pretty hot coming up. Probably
I
February or
thought
March.
Texas was
Yeah.
normally hot.
Yeah, it normally is. Yeah, but climate change and everything else, right? So, yeah, usually it is.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
right.
I'll probably not have kids because of climate change.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Anymore, but the toilets still get cleaned. Under capitalism, somebody's out of a job, you can just pay them to clean the toilet. But if you suddenly have a bunch of people cleaning toilets and then you build a robot that does it, you have to fire all those people. So your toilet's still and those people are homeless. It really doesn't work. It works great for communism, though. Automation is
Can I say something quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
Socialism is when robots clean your toilets.
yeah apparently. Apparently,
I don't
it
even
is.
know, man.
I mean, I've heard this so many times. Though. I heard this, like I say, from Peter Coffin as well. That if it was socialism, and automation would be perfectly fine because he never explains the details of that. Like, yeah, there would be some sort of safety net, or you could be able to travel to where you wanted to, or take up whatever hobby that you like. It's like, yeah, okay, but it's like here, it's just ridiculous. It's just
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, we might have to program the consciousness of the robot so they don't like rebel or something.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be like that movie with Will Smith. I can't think of the name of that damn thing, but yeah.
We could literally live in Star Trek. That's what Ale is. It's basically make Sure Trek in
Sure,
real
we
life.
will someday.
Totally possible. So to summarize,
My great grandkids will.
Well, to be truthful with you, Eli, we're kind of getting closer to idiocracy than we are Star Trek.
Yeah, we
Well, I
really,
said that.
we really are. Yeah, like I say, the United States just
Well, it's
oof.
well,
The name
if
of
we
the movie
continue
was
capitalism,
iRobot.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say it's like maybe China will do better to a point, but it's like the the United States is heading towards an idiocracy where it's just like, I mean, even me being in college, it's like all you have to do is just take some quizzes online and just that's what they do. You're not really taught that much. You learn enough to practice and pass a test. That's all they care about. And then, do you really learn anything? Some, but not really.
Well, and that's something I noticed too when I read older books, is the vocabulary is so much larger and more detailed, and then I read stuff from today, and it just seems so dumbed down, even though it's supposed to sound smart.
yeah. I mean, by the time like the 24th, 23rd, or 28th century, America would be red and would have gotten rid of its capitalist past.
That'd be nice to think. Yeah, we'll have to see. You could be right though. You never know. You never know. My brain could be implanted into a cyborg or something like that, and maybe I'll live that long. I don't know. I doubt it.
Ale all the disparate groups on the left together. The one thing leftists are notoriously bad at is actually working together. Well, here's one
That
brand
word leftist.
because it's simple, but it's direct, and we all agree with it. Automated interstellar libertarianism. Automation is inevitable. Instead of letting it destroy us, let's let it build us up. We'll utilize the power of mass surveillance and AI to our advantage rather than to our detriment. If mass surveillance and AI isn't owned by anybody,
but you can see how ridiculous this guy is, because like now he's gone into more like the Hindu type stuff here, where it's like he's talking about Kundalini and meditation. That's not wrong with meditation necessarily, but it's like,
well, there's some truth to Kundalini. I mean, I've heard of people who activated it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this: is that just keep it to yourself. Don't be a LARPer about it. Don't be one of these folks who's like, oh, talking about BLM and anarchists protesting. Okay. 4-hour debate. Ugh. Capitalism versus communism. The United States is not a democracy. Yeah, it's a republic.
Yeah.
Let's. All right, we'll watch this other one from this.
I probably would make so much money that I would get the stem cells and live forever.
But
Yeah.
then we could utilize the benefit rather than just having it knowing about us to sell us ads. We can use that to bring us to the hospital to realize if we're becoming depressed. About things that we about what the AI will do, because again, it's coming no matter what. Let's use it to our advantage rather than to our detriment.
And into this hard hierarchical in nature.
No matter what, we'll give it some time to heal, to get off. It's freaking awesome. Who doesn't want to live in space? Libertarianism needs to be reclaimed, and we can use it to recruit our listeners.
The thing is that, like I said, even why do you say you like space? Because like you like Star Trek? It's just like, okay, that's the most soy-faced answer that you could give. But it's like, even past that, you think that there are other alien cultures out there that'll whoop your ass? I don't want to deal with. It's like, I have enough trouble here on this planet. Why would I want to deal with that? I was like, if you want to, go ahead. I guess, go out there and travel in space. Go ahead, but I don't know.
I'm sure there's some aliens who are cool people.
I'm sure there will be, but still, I don't know. I'd say best of luck to you, but life isn't a fucking movie. That's all I can really say to that. But go
That's
ahead.
very true.
Why do you say life's not a movie?
Because it's not.
Yeah, because it isn't. It's not all. Just because you like watching Star Trek or whatever, and like seeing what the Tribbles or something like that, it's like, bro, it's not necessarily real life. Yeah, to a point maybe, but it's like
We could
it's not.
We might even be more advanced than Star Trek by the time in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want Comrade Romano to get a wrench.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
We can control the plate tectonics and replace the sun or give it nitrogen to keep it alive.
Yeah, it'd be something. I don't know. Maybe we'll just see what the future holds, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too black-pilled on the issue. I don't know.
Comrades on the other side that don't realize that they're comrades. The best part of all, it's something we can do right this second. Yes, you watching this video right now can help us. We need artists, visionaries, anthems, merchandise, backers, anything.
Merchandise.
Share it to somebody who you
merchandise. I thought you were against capitalism. I know it's kind of like. I know it's kind of like the. Yeah, I know it's kind of like the meme where it's like, we should improve society somewhat. Oh well.
will help. But we need
of course, we should improve society.
We need to make fully automated gay space communism into ale so that we can turn it into reality. Like, workshop this into a movie. Please discuss this in the comments. Let me know what you think. If we can maybe change the name or tweak it in some way or something else so that we can help. What I want to do is, this video is for leftists. We need a video for the whole world so that they know. We don't need to. So we need your help. We have a Discord, and we are going to have a Patreon and a merch store soon. Thank you for listening, comrades. We can do this. Hail, hail.
Discord link. Yep.
Apparently, in space. Who doesn't want to live in space?
I don't.
No, not really. No.
Is this
Like I say, if
guy
I
high?
had to. I think he's just an idiot.
You don't think
Okay.
he's stoned
Let's
on weed?
He could be, but he's
He
also
does-
a retard. So
He also looks like a beatnik.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
He's
this
come
is
with
from
really good ideas
so
on
this is
that.
from last year. So he still
Hey.
dyes his hair the red and black. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Can you please mute Eli? The background sound is just kind of driving me nuts.
Yeah, my chip.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Is not a democracy. It is what's known as a republic. We acknowledge this in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heard that.
By the way, we have a fucking
Yeah.
Pledge of Allegiance. What the fuck is this shit?
Hold on. Let me.
Hello, everyone. Just a friendly reminder that the United States is not a democracy. It is what's known as a republic. We acknowledge this in the Pledge of Allegiance. Which, by the way, we have a fucking Pledge of Allegiance. What the fuck is this shit?
Okay. I mean, the thing is, you can say what you want to about it and say, "Oh my gosh, it's so controlling." It's like there's a Pledge of Allegiance for members of the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, there's all sorts of pledges. It's like when you go into any military force, you're like, yeah, we're going to stay by these rules. It's like, so why is this cope? What is this cope shit about? Oh, I don't like pledges. because it violates my autonomy or some sort of other gay shit. It's just like, dude, we don't care. You have to show your loyalty to people. Even I understand that, as much of a jackass as I am, but bruh, you gotta, at least give lip service to say that you actually show respect to folks or show respect to an organization. Go ahead.
To your countrymen.
Under direct democracy, we would not be dreading the elections because there wouldn't be any. All legislation would be done through polls.
We need a government of action, type of working
that
families, and a strong human race.
Yeah. This whole this type of, we need to do everything with polls. It's like even people in the anarchists in the Spanish American War. Spanish Civil War. Sorry, that failed miserably. That's why. That's part of the reason why they failed is because it's like, well, we're going to vote on everything. No, that's gay. Sometimes you're going to have someone that says, no, we're going to do it this way, and fuck everybody else. That's just how it occurs. That's part of the reason, why all the Trotskyists and everything else were killed by the more Marxist Leninist types, was because they were just so pussy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's like, yeah, I mean, you could talk all day about Durruti and all these other folks all you want to, and how they shot cops or whatever in the basements and shit like that. But it's like, bro, that's never worked. Doing things by committee or doing things by some poll is never worked in a large scale group. That's never happened. Like I say, you can disagree with World Economic Forum or disagree with how things are done today in the world, but it's like, bro, it has never worked that way completely because they realize that that people are retarded on a bigger level. And I don't know, maybe I'm arguing for elitism, but it's just stupid.
Yeah, but I thought it was supposed to be better for America to go that direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how would
You
it
have
really
a
work?
Barney profile picture?
But how would
Yes,
it work? How would it work if we actually had anarcho-communism in the United States? Because I imagine it wouldn't last anywhere close to a decade.
Yeah. Like I say, I mean, I've seen some of the videos that Re-Education has done and what Non-Compete have done their videos about it. But it's like, that's all just spitballing, really, as far as I know. But yeah.
One vote. If you are a part of the society, you get to vote, instead of voting for people to make decisions and legislation for you, which is what a republic is. The first thing people usually say is, well, there would just be too much to vote on. You can't have every person voting on every single issue. Well, under a direct democracy, rather than politicians, people would be submitting legislation. So,
Can I say something quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
These are the same kind of people that get mad and threw temper tantrums when Trump got elected, or when people vote for stuff that they don't like. So when they talk about direct democracy, my question is, direct democracy for who?
Exactly. Like I say, there are so many disparate groups that are out there too, where it's like, well, we want to include everybody, but then we're going to have to make direct democracy. So it's like you're still going to have these voting, these voting blocks that are still going to exist amongst your groups, where some folks are going to be mutualists, some folks are going to be for like trans rights, others are going to want black rights and everything. So it's no different than what goes on now, at least in my opinion. Maybe that's retarded. You'll say, no, it's not going to work that way. I don't know. But it just sounds like you're just shifting the problem away, really. You're just moving the goalposts. I know that's not the right term, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
a lot less legislation to legislate, because you wouldn't. How often do you go about your day thinking about a new law that you would want? Now, of course, if you're a business or part of the prison military industrial complex, you have a lot of laws that you want to legislate because you want to create situations to give yourself more money and more power. But in the everyday life, people just want to fix the roads, add a few things, and we'd probably be repealing a lot of things, to be honest. So there would be a lot less legislation, and of course, you wouldn't have to vote on every issue. You would only have to vote on issues that pertain to you. If the issue doesn't pertain to you, then you probably wouldn't have to vote on it, so you wouldn't really have to worry about it.
No, that's never worked that way. Just once again, for people that would talk about intersectionality and talking about white supremacy and all these things, they really don't realize that sometimes things have intersections where it's like, well, yeah, I'm going to build a road that goes through here. Well, actually, that goes through my property. So to say dumb shit like this, where it's like, oh, yeah, well, you're just going to vote on the things that care about you. Sometimes that will have an effect on you. So, like I say, holy shit. This is some ignorant stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff Deadman would say, like, you have to be anti-white.
Yeah.
Just...
Well, yeah. And, yeah, Deadman is one of those guys, too, as far as I know, that's like, race isn't a real thing, but black folks have been, and it's like, okay, yeah, I acknowledge that, but it's like, it's just...
It's Jay Sakai.
Yeah.
It's Sakaiism.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
The second thing most people say.
And do you think Deadman's a Fed?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't think he is.
No, he's not. He's not a Fed. He just got his education, reading Jay Sakai, and a lot of Western leftists seem to like Jay Sakai and Settlers, but they don't understand the context of when Settler was written. And
Yeah.
Settlers, to me, is just an obsolete book that does not apply to today's day and age.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I say, I've seen a fairly recent alleged interview with Jason Kai, and it's like I don't think he even believes half the stuff that he wrote in that book, because I think he wrote that book in 1980 or something.
Yes.
So it's like I say, and obviously he talks a lot about the racism, that white workers had and everything, and talked about white workers supporting apartheid in South Africa. I skimmed through a lot of that book, but it's like those are the high points that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's like, okay, it serves that time. Does it really serve today? Yeah.
Overall, the masses can't decide for themselves. It would be tyranny of the majority. Unfortunately, as it stands, that may be the case if we were to convert directly to a direct democracy. Because the foundation of any direct democracy would be a well-informed public, because you cannot make decisions if you don't understand what you are deciding.
Yeah.
Under capitalism, the main objective...
He still has his hair dyed like that?
Yeah. Yep. Apparently he still does. I mean, it's a good lark. It's really distracting me seeing the pimples on his forehead on the red side. Because I used to have pimples like that too. I got one right by my forehead as well. I don't have acne as bad as I used to, but holy shit, that's distracting the hell out of me looking at that acne. I'm like, bruh, get some cover up, get some makeup from your girlfriend or something and cover that up with. My mom used to do that for me. Come on, man, you looking? Don't do that. Like I say, this makes you look like a goober.
Private industry, and an informed public does not help with that. In fact, it makes it more difficult, which is why today capitalism is being questioned more and more. News, as it stands in a republic, and in a capitalist republic especially, but in any real republic, is to convince you not to inform. If we lived in a direct democracy, politically biased and misinformative news would be outlawed because it would be a threat to that democracy. A term you've probably heard.
Fake news.
On some of these news networks, ironically. This is why it seems like social change and progress are so out of reach and slow and bureaucratic and just tied up, and why people think, oh, the government sucks. Because the people who vote on the problems, on the legislation, get to decide what gets voted on. And so we can put out social media like this and inform people, which is good. We can do protests, which are great to get our voices heard, but we don't actually get to vote on legislation. So we don't get to pass
Unless it's Jimmy Dore's protest.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, where he's just like, yeah, fuck AOC and all that business. But yeah,
I'm really mad at AOC right now because what she should have had Medicare for all, man.
Yeah.
Why did she have to do that?
Sell out.
Yeah, like I say, it's just about money. It's about keeping your job, I think. And someone probably sat her down and was like, well, you can do it this way or you can do it that way. I'm sure someone got to her and was like, hey, it's okay for you don't have to do these little protests where you're going to go into people's offices and stuff. Okay, you don't need to do that. Okay, sweetie. And I'm sure that she learned to play the game. It's the same thing with Rashida Tlaib, or what's her name? The one from Minnesota. I can't think of it.
Ilhan Omar.
That's it. Yeah, Elon Omar, of course, who left her husband. Her her original husband. Now she's with and she's now with a white man. I'm just like, It's almost like she's trying to play the game.
Well, Jericho Green said it best with AOC last year or 2 years ago when he said that you should put like a couple pigtails on her and put her in some pajamas and put her to bed.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. And she's one of those folks, like when you see her on these committees and stuff like that, she's always trying to be the tough one. Like, I'm going to ask these questions, and then they're like, "Well, no, it's not. It doesn't really work that way." And she's like, "Well," and she looks like a moron. But
she does.
Not to say I would be any better, but still.
And it's funny because my progressive friend thought that right-wingers were scared of her, but a lot of right-wing media actually just mocked her and made fun of her and thought she had like a really low IQ, so to speak.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, it's a fine line between the horny that exists and what and people just like they just want to make fun of her, or the occasional boomer who's just angry with her and be like, "Oh, what if you?" And that what was it? That old dude that was on, I think he's a representative or whatever, and tried to confront her or something like that. I can't remember what that crap was. There's so much gay shit that goes on, but it's like
definitely
just stupid shit,
We can put pressure on them, but that's about it. And this is why we will never achieve utopian socialism, libertarian communism, anarchism, anything that we want without at least some form of revolution. We can make changes now, but we have to change the system because it is impossible to do it within because they're not going to let that happen. So,
4 years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
At some point, we're going to have a revolution. Let's make America democracy.
Whatever. This guy is still brain dead, even after a year. Idiot. Okay, let's see what this is. Well, this is a good palate cleanser anyway. We'll go ahead and let this roll for a minute. What's that you say?
Imagine if it was still around.
Yeah.
So, Barney, why are you deciding to go solo?
From most of my content? Oh, just because I was getting too many LARPers wanting to go on my show, and it was really kind of killing the vibe of the show after a while, because I'm not really like some LARPer that's gonna, go out there and get myself killed for some cause that's not gonna happen, versus somebody who actually, believes more in a populist. Like, I'm more in the Caleb Maupin camp of things, versus, the more LARPy guys that think, China isn't socialist, and that populism's terrible, and that all this other stuff's wrong because, we gotta LARP as if we're as if we're Red Guards, or, gosh, what were the Soviet soldiers called again?
The Bolsheviks? I mean, not the I can't.
The Red Army.
Yeah, the Red. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just felt like it was kind of hijacking my channel from being what I wanted it to be, because it was starting to suck the fun out of my channel, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, it depends on who it is, because, I love when Noah would come on. I loved it when Comrade Freaky would come on, but those people were a lot more level-headed, and they were more from the Caleb Maupin camp. But the people from the, the more LARPy Jason Unruh type stuff, it's just like, cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, am I one of the good guys on the in your show?
Oh, you're fine. You just sometimes have a habit of asking too many questions, and it's nothing on you. It's just that I used to have an ex that would ask me constant questions when she was stressed out, and every time I'd answer, she'd ask the same thing again. Ooh, Kaz is here.
Oh, okay.
You're invited, Kaz. We're gonna bring you in.
Oh, okay.
Sorry if I asked too many questions.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it happens.
I just have many questions, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Let's see here.
What's your real name?
Oh, we don't say our real names on here.
We don't need to do that. Like I say, we
After
gotta
the
be
broadcast.
careful.
We don't say that even here.
Yeah.
Even after the broadcast?
No.
We gotta keep. Like I say, there's too much. Like I say, I'll put it this way, man. For you, is look at all the folks that got doxxed because of what happened on the 6th, man. Just because they didn't want to cover their face and everything. All these folks getting busted, man. Like I say, nobody. We try to keep things anonymous. I don't want to know what. It's like, unless you're people like Jason Unruh, who have built their careers around their name, then, bruh, there's no point in that. Why would you want to ruin yourself? Because, you want to talk about names.
I get it. I would
trust
never
me.
use my...
I have nothing
real
against Unruh. Unruh's okay. I mean, it's just there's some people that are just like, oh, Kaz is here. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Just the third worldist anti-settler.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Eli. But hey, let's make some room for Kaz.
What was that?
It's okay.
Confederate?
What's going on?
We can have more people. The more the merrier. I don't really care.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
It could be here. That's good.
Did you see that Ancom guy we were responding to, Kaz?
No, I've been busy the past few hours.
Oh,
okay. It was
I'm
a
sorry.
good
I
laugh.
tried to join the stream earlier, but
it's okay.
I had stuff to do. So what's happening, Captain?
Oh, not doing much. We're just going through some videos and just kind of shit talking. Basically, we're just vibing. That's all.
Just a vibe stream.
Yep, basically so. Yeah, we were just playing the rest of the new anthem of the USSR a little bit. We're gonna just let that. We'll just go ahead and move on to the next thing now. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. So
this has probably been discussed so far, but what are y'all's thoughts on Biden's first 100 days? What are y'all's predictions?
I think honestly, it's like, okay, he's already reversed the issues of Trump in a lot of ways. Like, we're gonna go back into the World Health Organization. We're gonna go, I think we're gonna actually person a lot of non-citizens, a lot of the immigrants that are already in this country. We're going to see what happens with, how is he going to build up, talks with, or how he's going to talk to the EU. So, I mean, it's just...
Oh, and he was also at a meeting where he was also doing a speech at, like, an organization that was known for union busting. So that, like, destroys our... mouthy infidel, or should I say mouth and cock?
Yeah, exactly.
Mouth and cock.
It's kind of a bro
Is
moment.
that guy a femboy or something?
No, he's not a femboy. He's just a really monotone nerd that loves to go to his studies and use his data to prove himself right at all times.
Well, who are we talking about?
Oh, mouthy infidel. Because he was saying but Joe Biden will not do any union busting, and I'm pretty sure Joe Biden will do some union busting.
Yeah.
I mean, look at his support group. These are the same people who love people like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk enslaves African children for cobalt mining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these people don't really care as long as you.
Yeah.
Oh, his mic goes out occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh, Kaz?
Yeah, sometimes his mic goes out. He's fine though.
I hear what you're saying, though, definitely.
But yeah, he's like palling up with the same people like Elon Musk and all these other neoliberal capitalists. So yeah, of course, we can move them left, guys.
Yeah, I mean, is it true that Elon Musk has African slaves?
Of course he does. That's
Yeah.
what all capitalists have. Even Trump's wife, I think it was Trump's wife, had like, people doing slave labor for like clothing or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Sweatshops and not like in their homes.
Yeah.
Yep. Still old school
That's
factory
sick,
where you
man.
come in and get paid pennies on the dollar. Oh yeah. Yep. And it's made for people like us, here in the so-called first world. I hate to, sound like that, but yeah, it's true. It is true. We have to eventually come to terms with that somehow. But yeah. Let's go ahead and watch this cringe. It's funny to see this Emma, what's her name, from who used to be on TYT. She's the most bland-looking woman I've ever seen.
Some Telegram. QAnon has jumped onto Telegram.
Right. So the thing is that this Sam Cedar guy.
Kaz is back on.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the CIA on this one.
Oh, yeah, Guardsman Gaming also
probably
popped
the CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think our perception of clothing in the modern era is kind of retarded because we're all essentially wearing mass-produced items that do not reflect our personality. Like, look at the average person. What do they wear? They wear a very simple, placid kind of attire, and the only distinguishing feature on it is a logo that represents a multinational company. Yep. We in an ideal society, we would have local tailors that tailor clothes according to the taste of the customer and the tailor. We've destroyed culture in every sense.
Yep.
I think our society is going down the shitter.
Oh, Guardsman Gaming is waiting to come in too.
Oh, okay, gotcha. There we go.
Right. Hello. Hey, dude.
All right. What's going on?
Nah, nothing. I was just watching the video and you've been put a link. So I joined.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yep. Like I say, we're gonna go through this video by majority report because I feel like I say, it's funny with Sam Cedar, of course, being a kind of being somewhat of a MSNBC insider and doing voice acting and whatnot. And Emma Vigeland, being TYT and being one of the most, like I say, she just seems like such a boring vanilla gal. I don't know, but yeah.
And
I've never even been able to sit through Sam Cedar. It's just some boring stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying to explain how everything they've kept predicting has not happened yet. And apparently Matt tells me that the QAnon...
Oh, can I say something quick, too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where's the anti-glasses gang in chat? We need to bring on the anti-glasses gang.
Yeah.
Anti-glasses gang?
Where's Glasnow?
Yeah, he's here. Or at least he was. I can't, yeah. Modern art in general, trash. Mm-hmm.
He's in participants.
Oh, okay.
Why is not where you at, homie?
Let me go ahead. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, smash those. Exactly. Smash the glasses, though, definitely. With these two goobers. But yeah, QAnon being on Telegram, it's like, okay.
Oh, Glasnow can't come on.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, it's like Wignets have been on Telegram for years. So it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh my gosh, QAnon discovered Telegram. Holy shit. Okay.
Who are the guys that...
QAnon Anonymous.
QAnon Anonymous have more or less predicted where at least part of Q was going to go.
Wait, it's QAnon Anonymous?
Yeah, that's the podcast.
Yeah, they critique. I guess.
It's the watchdog.
The watchdog of
They're
QAnon.
Okay,
or
I'm sorry.
Or a narrator of what. And here it is. Let's see. They predicted something like this would happen, apparently. And can you pull it up a little bit more so we can read it a little bit closer here? Even a little bit more would be great. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So in my opinion, there's 5 plausible outcomes. What do you think? Poll closes when I wake up in the morning. God bless America and pray. This is so invested with
wow.
Oh, who knew that the Anon and QAnon stood for anonymous? How out of touch are these people?
they are very out of touch.
QAnon is anonymous.
Yeah, apparently.
Bro, millennials are like the technological generation, dude. What's this hacker 4chan?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these people have no idea. It's like I say, they just discovered Telegram yesterday, where it's like, bro, it's like anyone that's fairly online, even a goober like me, knows what the hell Telegram is. I didn't spend that much time there because it was cringe. It was like, oh wow, you're doing the same memes that you did before. Oh, no, I don't want to stay here.
Or you can be sworn in, or during a swearing in. That did not happen. I'm sorry to say.
21% is not a plurality.
Yeah, 21%. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Biden admits to the world on stage he's cheated and he cannot be POTUS. Riots begin to happen. That was 6%.
That was
Thank
what I
goodness.
had.
We avoided that.
Oh no, we got another more popular option.
19% said something happens that will delay the swearing-in ceremony. Riots begin to happen, of course. And then 33%, this seems to be the biggest number. Biden is sworn in as POTUS. The military and Trump have a plan in the coming near future. And 21% says nothing happens. Biden is POTUS. So number 4 seems to be the one that everybody thinks is happening. And of course, that's the one that we still cannot disprove. We could see.
That's smart.
That is smart.
I mean, aren't they still? Well, there they are. They're counting the number of flags behind Trump because there are 17 flags behind Donald Trump, and Q is the 17th letter in the alphabet. There you go.
Ah, bingo. And also, one of the things that they were contemplating.
Yeah, that's the.
This is real.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, QAnon.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and yet they pass themselves off as smart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trust the plan, y'all.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is that this is like the conspiracy theorists that will talk about 33, of course, being the highest level of 33rd degree of Freemasonry, or they'll talk about certain numbers like 13 or talk about I can't remember, like 42 I remember was a big one. And so they'll get into that gematria and everything where it's like, okay, it's a number. It's just, these are folks that will just say everything's a psyop, everything's a gay op. So it's like they just want you to keep giving them money. And it's just, but yeah, that's my view on that type of thing. It's just ridiculous to see this type of crap.
Right. Anonymous guy has basically said, of course, a lot of this is aligned with GOP as a partisan sort of thing, but there's a whole bunch of just people so far gone that they'll follow wherever, and they'll need to incorporate this somehow, and they'll just go with Biden as part of the plan. He's been in on it the whole time, actually, and Trump wanted to pass it off to him. And this is how they're really going to catch people by surprise.
Well,
man, this is some low tier shit.
Kind of, win over that constituency, few people. Then, if Biden is part of rooting out the pedophiles, I mean, something he can add to his resume.
Sleeper Joe.
Something just occurred to me. Here is the outlining of this, and I'll tell you why in a second. Why I think there's some legitimacy to this. Can you pop it up? Can you make it a little bit bigger?
There's a ball. I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Can you pop it up? There we go. So here it is. Slide over. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, you got to slide it over just a little bit more. I can't quite. Okay, I'm happy to be wrong. That's the. But the more I think about it, I think it could be possible that it's Biden who pulls the trigger. Hunter, here's some reasons why. Hunter intentionally left the laptop. Why? So stupid. Or was it Sleepy Joe, or is it
Sleeper Joe? Trump knew.
We didn't arrest either of them despite the evidence. Even Biden election officials were arrested and charged with fraud, but Biden wasn't. Biden isn't in the DJT. Oh, wait. Yeah, RT of them all. And Jared Q asked us to add Brennan, doesn't ask us to add Biden. Why? The letter left includes instructions on what to do next. As Biden, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on. And there's speculation that Biden is in on it, and we have to just trust in Biden. Now, here's the thing I'll say. Which makes me maybe take a second look at this theory about Biden. It's Emma, can you tell me about the last time in modern history when a outgoing president did not attend the inauguration, or I should say could not shake hands and meet with the incoming president?
Well, what?
The first time in modern history.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I turned on the heater for a minute. It may have messed up the audio a little bit here, but basically, when was the first time when was the last time a president didn't attend the inauguration? I think is what he was saying.
It's odd that they can't be in the same place at the same time, isn't it, Emma?
Well, I mean, that's why they were trying to push for virtual debates.
Yeah.
And the one time they did it,
Why?
you know,
One of them probably pre-recorded it.
makes sense, yeah.
Trump playing Biden probably pre-recorded that. I mean, it's weird
That's why they're interrupting each other.
And you know that liberal Hollywood found the perfect actor to play Joe Biden.
Well, I mean, why was it that Donald Trump wasn't in politics all those years that Joe Biden was? Because it would have been impossible for them both to be in the Senate chamber at the same time. So Biden, meanwhile, just going back and forth.
Yeah.
He plays he does The Apprentice, and then he goes back and he's the politician. You know, that type of thing. And probably explains why
I feel like these people skimmed through The Prince by Machiavelli and now believe that they are super sleuth, pseudo-intellectual political scientists.
Yeah. Yeah, look, this is kind of like with that bit, you know, I debated that superpower broadcasting type of stuff where it's like, he was talking about Machiavelli a lot too. Like, okay, I've read these books. It's just like, they really think that they...
Bro, I've got, like right next to me, hold on. I've got The Prince and I've got Prussian Socialism and other essays by Spengler.
Oh, yeah.
Like, anybody can just pick up these books, but if you're retarded and read a book, you're just a retard who reads books occasionally.
Yeah.
You've got to understand what's in the book.
Yep. That's true.
What do you have to say about this crap Guardsman Gaming?
What? You mean the conspiracy stuff?
Oh, just the video in
Yeah,
general.
most of it is just excessive optimism. They think that Trump's going to come and save us all. No, he's just going to go out his merry way, and Joe Biden's going to be sworn in like he was.
Yeah.
And there was a shitload of National Guard in there. Didn't let anyone in. And that was basically what happened.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Why didn't the president go there? Because there was a bunch of National Guardsmen there. The whole place was locked down.
Yep. Yeah, very much agreed. Like I say, there's some people who are saying, "Oh yeah, well something's going to happen tomorrow." You know, on the 17th, nothing happened. Nobody with half a brain was going to do something after what happened on the 6th. You know, and like I say, anyway, I said my piece on that day.
Trump so much. It was a way to get 5 Obama terms.
This theory, I mean,
The first 2 were Obama. The next one, supposedly Trump, but really Biden, who obviously Obama was pulling strings on.
Oh, okay.
And then Biden takes off the shell of Trump because it's worn out. Biden, and then Obama gets another 2. It's really all just Obama pulling the strings, gets 5.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only plausible explanation, but probably Soros pulling it and then Obama pulls it. And then,
It's the only plausible explanation.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. They went to the conclusion that it's Obama and the Clintons working together because they're really connected. But Soros, I mean, sure, he is one of those guys. He's a billionaire and he donates to people and lobbies. But those scumbags, they just go and bet on both sides and then go choose the winner. That's it.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, oh boy, I know that they're just trying to be satirical and whatnot, but it's like, bro,
yeah,
I don't know. There are people that actually believe this, and that's the sad thing about it. It's like, I don't know. Everything's become a meme. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
Meme politics is over. On both sides, it's just memes.
Yeah, it's just caricatures. Yeah, and all
no,
that.
never.
Yeah.
Question though, because I'm legitimately asking you, how do these Q people justify all those videos they circulated of Biden hugging all those young kids. Wasn't that a part of
Keep
the
cover.
Oh,
Keep
right.
cover.
Yeah.
Not every key person is on. We have another Ken Collins posted a Reddit thread from recently. It's over and nothing makes sense. Absolutely nothing. None of what anybody said or sung sounded like typical liberal. Biden was just sworn in, but this was also just a polls taking place. There's no plan.
Bro, trust me. Just look at this
Something's acting
Reddit
strange
thread.
about killing
Yeah.
Oh, my source, some Reddit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a step above. Trust me, bro.
Some Reddit thread.
Honestly, that's a step down from just trust me, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, trust me. I get my politics from Reddit, Twitter, and polls.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul is
Reddit,
a reliable source.
Yeah.
Reddit, Twitter, and poll. Come on.
Man, yeah.
What's poll?
You don't want to
politically incorrect.
Yeah.
Politically incorrect.
It's a board and 4chan where people post edgy stuff and call each other bad words. That's basically it.
It's anime.
Edgy stuff like bad words.
Yeah, it's just where
anime.
we got Pepe the Frog.
Yeah. I was about to say now it's anime trannies now. I mean, I took a look and the first thing is take the pink pill, and I said, okay, no, I don't want to look at this anymore. Oh, when I saw that meme at the top,
I thought poll is where all the Whitnats go.
It is, but it used to be.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like some of them went to Telegram, I think, and that I don't know. It's a whole different thing, but yeah.
Yeah, and some of them hang out on Kiwi farms, but no, poll is just poll. That's all it is.
It was a LARP the entire fucking time. Everyone got strung along and tricked. Now that we fully realize it, it's okay to admit it. Do not go out there with cold hearts and turn away from your pain. Look inward and accept the truth. I'm sorry. Look, anybody who was, down this path, if you found this video, welcome to, the light. You've been fooled and by, a massive industrial tech.
I'll say this: that I mean, I know that they did rightfully say, that y'all did say, how Twitter is cringe. But the thing is that there's a lot of folks I've seen on Twitter who are just like, oh yeah, well we don't need to deal with these Q folks, and they're just, they're just rotten to the core and everything else. And then there's, the other group of folks, some. And it's like I've even seen like some, like the TRS weaknets and whatnot, trying to be like, oh yeah, we actually need to talk to them more. And it's just like, I don't know really where to see where I fit in there. But it's like, bro, I don't know. I guess I got tired of the grift overall with like conspiracy theories. It's like I'm somewhat immune to that. I would like to think of it, but yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say I sent just one last video in the private chat that's funny as fuck.
Okay.
Uncle Thomas, I haven't been watching your videos as of recently as you've been pumping them out like left and right. I haven't really been catching up on the lore here. Why is your channel's name in Chinese now?
Well, I just saw a recommendation. I think it was from, I can't remember who was it that recommended, but they were like, yeah, you should do it in Chinese. And so I was like, okay, so I'll do it for a LARP.
Why? Are you just going to like confuse the libs and get them away from her channel?
Yeah, well, part of it, you know what, I'll go ahead and be honest, is, okay, so that Captain Cool 07 made this video where he was talking about Christianity shouldn't be allowed in China, this and that, and that basically Europe was cucked because they got rid of paganism. And I'm just like, okay. I was like, this, and I came off as real. I came off as real spurky. But basically, I'm like, there were Catholics that were involved with various dynasties and everything else like that. And it's like even Buddhism was part of it. Well, Buddhism. I was just like, this is cringe. This is spurky as fuck. So I deleted all those comments. I'm just like, okay, this is gay. I went down. I fell down the rabbit hole of, I need to respond to this because I'm going to be, you fall into that social media hole and you're just like, this is gay. So I just deleted it. I said, no, that's cringe, bro. So I decided to do that, and I'm doing some penance, I guess, if you will, to be like, I'm sorry for being so cringy about that and being kind of like a wannabe tradcath LARPer. So I was like, okay, let me not do that. That's all. But yeah, that's me. It's my way of doing it. I'll do it for like a week and then I'll turn it back. Yeah, that's a long bit of cringe, but yeah.
People start saying it. Maybe no, none of the.
Oh, you got to get back to the beginning of it.
Oh, okay.
This is some hilarious shit.
Okay, Revenge of the Sis. Oh boy, been a while.
Our friend, our pal, Owen Benjamin.
So the black cubes have changed you.
They have. It's true.
What's this?
Johnny Arcade 2, by the way, if you want to. Yeah, well,
This is the one where Ice-T is the DJ, right?
Save the Rec Center?
Yeah.
This is the one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is before Ice-T became a cop. Owen Benjamin. Well, how about I just play it?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
I can
follow Johnny.
Yeah, this is just a video from Revenge of the Sis. I guess they're talking about Tucker Carlson, I guess, and then what's his name?
They think that's Vox Day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Theodore Beale. Yeah, they made fun of him and came up with the name Teddy Spaghetti.
Yeah. I was about to say, it's like, I thought everybody hated that guy now because he came off as such a grifter. Yeah, I thought everybody hated that guy now.
And then there's that one time when he wanted to debate Nick Fuentes and he called him Nicky Titty Bear.
The fucking dick.
Yeah.
It's after this.
It's like, they're all
I mean, most people just call him Nazi and Nick, and that's it.
Yeah.
He's bad with nicknames.
All right, here it is.
Thanks, Amy. I was waiting. I'll get this info. Yeah, dude, it's nasty. And how do I know the guy? Because he watches Big Bear Stream and Dark Stream. And so many of these paid trolls are like that. Those Revenge of the Sis retards did this whole thing where they were like, I didn't watch it,
Oh,
obviously.
Kaz is back.
Hey, Owen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Owen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, his
okay.
line just disconnects.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I might be a troll, but I'm not paid. The day the CCP want to send you on to my bank account, I can tell them to send it directly there, and I'll be a troll for them.
There you go.
But they're not paying me.
Yep. That works. Yeah, this Owen, like I say, Owen Benjamin, like I say, he fell off the map a long time ago.
But he's making the most money on D Live. That's the crazy
really?
part. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eli, you gotta mute. We can't understand anything you're saying. You're sounding like Robo Eli.
I know.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, Owen. Congratulations. You just made our new intro.
Thank you.
Dude, it's massive. And how do I know the guy? Because he watches Big Bear Stream and Dark Stream. And so many of these paid trolls are like that. Those Revenge of the Sis retards did this whole thing where they were like, I didn't watch it, obviously, but I could just tell by the title. They said, Owen Benjamin actually thinks Tucker Carlson watches his stream.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good impression of me. I sound just like that. Oh, really? And this, you know what, Mike? On second thought, terrible impressions.
Obviously, but I could just tell by the title. They said, Owen Benjamin actually thinks Tucker Carlson watches his stream. He does.
Doubling down? No.
Come on, let's play it from the beginning.
No. The only answer to that should have been like, and these retards are saying that, I think Tucker Carlson watches the streams. Obviously, I don't think he's watching my streams. You know what I mean? But, I say things, it goes out of the ether. A lot of other people start saying it, maybe. No, none of that. He doubles down and goes, of course he fucking does.
A lot of people in the chat are going, wait, some of you guys are getting paid to troll him? No, there's no funds being exchanged, by the way. No funds being exchanged.
Hey,
right.
JIDF.
All right, let's, I'll give you the number.
Yeah, dude, it's massive.
Let's just play it.
And how do I know the guy? Because he watches Big Bear Stream and Dark Stream. And so many of these paid trolls are like that. Those Revenge of the Sis retards did this whole thing where they were like, I didn't watch it, obviously, but I could just tell by the title. They said, Owen Benjamin actually thinks Tucker Carlson watches his stream. He does. And so do top-level Google people. I just talked to one. And they're like, must be nice.
All right, can I...
It's like, they're all going to... These people don't even have dicks.
I want to... There's so many weird layers to it. So you top executive is Google, right? Because you just talked to one. So, Owen, are you delusional and lying, which I think is the case, or delusional or lying, or are you working with? Why are you talking to executives at Google? Right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're
the enemy.
They hit you with a strike. They demonetized
They're
you.
the enemy. They're Jews. They're the small hats, right? They're out to get you, man. Why are you breaking bread with these people? Now, obviously, he's lying, but
yeah,
if you weren't lying, why would you do that? Like, do you understand that if a Google executive reached out to me and Royce and said, "Hey, look, we got this thing in Orlando. A couple of our guys are going to be in town. We'd like to meet with you. Maybe talk about, your future on the platform." We would very likely tell them.
Yeah, Man of Steel, I do want to, I'll address this just for a moment. I did see that bit, if you're talking about Tucker Carlson, yes, he briefly mentions Huey Long. He just mentions him for a moment. I'm just like, it's just kind of like in passing. So I don't really care that much about it. But yeah, that's okay, Man of Steel. I'm just saying. I did see the clip from
The thing that I find weird is that he's talking about, a Google exec talked to me. If a Google exec talked to me and told me that your channel's small, but if you shell for X product, nobody has to know that we told you to do this. Just put this product in your video, a product placement, and you get paid, and that's it. I'll just do this Raid Shadow Legends, the best game in the world, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go and say, well, they approached me, and then the deal doesn't get done.
Yeah, exactly. It's just silly like that. I mean,
if you're gonna fail, do it right.
Exactly.
Tell them to get fucked.
No, we definitely would tell them. I wouldn't
We
even
would
have this
more
conversation.
than
We would tell them to fuck
we would
off.
definitely tell them to get fucked.
The amount of people that we've told to fuck off,
yes,
and who they are is really would blow your mind. We've told
we
people
would just be like, no, we're not. You
No,
fuck off.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna give you $100 to fuck off.
Yeah, for the Ricky.
It's just no, but it's true. It's like fuck up. No, it's like again, there have been very good opportunities where we're like, nah, it sounds pretty gay. Fuck you.
Yeah, we kind of passed through the best part.
Please.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, like
it's just funny how he's like saying. He's like getting mad at them because because they were telling him, they think Tucker Carlson watches his show. He's like, these guys have no dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that story that somebody actually mailed like a bag of gummy dicks to his house?
Oh, I think I did.
I vaguely remember something about that.
Yeah. And then he got mad
Thank
about
you
it.
for reminding me that was real and actually happened.
Yeah. There's too much shit that happens where you're just like, oh, yeah, that shit did happen. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's this next one here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's just a funny. Okay. Well, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Let's see what. Okay. So this one. Okay. So for those that are uninitiated, let's get into this right quick. So this is Imperial Renaissance. This is a guy who wants Christian imperialism, and he probably Kaz. You'd be like, okay, what part of? I cannot tell which part of the South he is from, but I'm like, okay.
If he's Catholic, I'm pretty sure it'll be Louisiana.
Okay.
But no, I man, I'm telling you, the Uncle Thomas lore is better than any sci-fi series on this planet. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, this guy in particular is a Christian imperialist. This guy, oh my goodness, and we're watching the lore from this guy, from this Imperial Renaissance guy, because he does these. He'll do these LARP videos where he thinks like he's a filmmaker, and he's doing this bit where he's being like an investigator or something like that. Oh my!
No,
goodness.
what was the one where he was in like a war zone and he was like taking Jerusalem for the Catholic Church or something retarded like that? That was so funny to watch.
Yes. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of the name of that, but that was hilarious. So, oh my goodness, that guy. Oh my goodness. All about aesthetics, basically, with this guy. Just
aesthetics over ethics. That's how the saying goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Our land is in the claws of the Reds. Our people infected by heresy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's barely 13 minutes in. I mean, 13 seconds. in the law.
Stupidity is law and sin is virtue in this hellhole. Resist this heresy. Under your boot.
Yeah.
Rip
What the hell is
evil
this?
asunder. Let the fire.
Yeah, this is a guy. I guess he's doing it through like an old mic to try to sound. I guess he's trying to be retro or something. I guess go ahead.
Fire of imperialism.
He's the reincarnation of Paul Coughlin.
The eagle weeps, flogged by heresy. Save it. Save the eagle. The cross burns and is splintered by the foe. Resist. Resist. Oh God, look to us now. We need our emperor. Your soldiers are ready. Christ, Imperator. The war is...
Y'all, wait, hold on one second. They're destroying the world. We're talking about the sadists here, which are based.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I tread on you. That's hilarious with the tread.
Yeah, I'm going to tread all over you.
I mean,
you will be tread on, faggot.
Yeah. I get it. But he's American, and the basis of America is not Christian monarchy.
Yeah.
It's some weird libertarian stuff. And it's Masonic, too. So it's secular and Protestant.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, this country is Protestant. There are plenty of tradcasts who will try to lie and be like, "Oh yeah, the U.S. is it's a Catholic." No, it's not.
America was founded on the basis on destroying organized religion and keeping it separate from everyday life.
Yeah.
I mean, Catholicism is just the antithesis of the American ideal.
Exactly. Like I said, this
that
guy
being said, death to America.
Yeah, exactly. I can agree with that. Definitely. Inshallah, death to America.
Inshallah.
Whatever has to happen. Oh, did you get that, Fed? Did you get that? Okay. Go ahead.
FBI.
Yeah, exactly.
For the fight never ends. We fight the snake. We fight evil.
Why are you going to use... Why would you use this type of imagery? Why would you want to just go full Wignat? It's just like he doesn't want to go. If he'd be like, well, I'm going to use this flag, but I'm going to put the Christian cross there so it'll look better. It's like, bro, come on. It's like the Nazis tried to do positive Christianity. Okay, it was cringe. Nobody liked positive Christianity. This idea of like, well, Jesus was an Aryan and stuff. No, that shit didn't work back then. What type of? Go ahead.
And then they try esoteric stuff.
Exactly. It's just you can't keep trying to reinvent this stuff as if someone's gonna, eventually realize what it really is. It's just
incarnate. Decent men live in fear. The nation is broken. Eagle of empire rise.
Oh, okay.
March into death's arms, for in death we gain victory. Christ awaits, arms open. Gott mit uns, God with us. Jesus saves us. Imperator volt. Et subditone tua universum oris magti.
Please stop trying to speak Latin.
I want to find this guy's address so I can show up with a Shahada banner in my left hand and an AK-47 in my right, and I'm going to circle around his front yard screaming La ilaha illallah Muhammad al Rasulullah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Something needs to happen with this guy. Like I said,
Oh, we cannot understand a single
Ayla, are you okay?
Yeah.
The CIA is getting to him.
Yeah. Press F for Eli. I don't think. Yeah. He's already off. So yeah, press F for him. Press F. Okay. Poor guy. Okay. Oh,
we are Imperials. We are the monsters that protect Christendom from the other monsters.
Now he's got the British.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, my connection.
Yeah. It's all good. Okay, so the last one we're gonna do here is gonna be, this guy Re-Education, who's gonna show his gun on camera. What a genius! This is
But
absolute
let's
fucking
say something.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
don't get
Guardsman.
Imperial Renaissance, but I can understand why people like the Britisher and the Belgium man, they go and say, well, actually, my country's imperialism was good because they're European, so they have a historical connection with that stuff. But he's American, so I don't really get it.
Yeah, I'll say this to you, Guardsman, is that there are some Americans who still have this view that we are European, and they like I say, Wignats have this lark. There are plenty, there are people that have this lark where it's like, oh yeah, we're European. I have no connection to Europe. I'm not going to speak for everyone else here. I have no connection to Europe.
I don't hate people based on race. I hate people based on which part of North America they're from.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Which part of North America?
I mean, one thing you could just go ahead and read the Monroe Doctrine to learn in the rate.
Yeah, with Imperial Renaissance, I will say this before I get into this last video here, is that, I think that he read so many Roman books and everything else like that in the history of the Roman Empire that he just got swallowed up by it. He really thinks that's IRL. It's just, it's too bad. It's too bad. Like, I feel bad sometimes for him, but then I just realized this guy's a nerd. I'm sorry. I just I can't get. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Does he even take himself seriously though, or is that just a LARP?
I think he really believes it. I remember seeing some of the live streams that he did, and he really believes it. I remember seeing like a bookshelf of his and all these Roman books and everything. So it's like, I think he really believes what he says to a point. I mean, shoot, he's even gone into his pastor's office and whatnot and filmed videos, and they let him do it. I'm like, I think
he guy had to replace MacArthur or something like that, because historically MacArthur had this whole thing. He called himself the American Caesar, and people couldn't stand him.
God damn.
Can you mute Eli? Thank you.
Why?
Oh, because Guardsman was talking.
Yeah. No problem. Okay, so yeah, like I say, this guy re-education, just in case for those that know, this guy is a anarcho-communist, I think, who is up there in Canada. I guess he was living like a teepee for a time. Like now he's going to show his gun on camera. So
he's Canadian. He's an anarchist. Could you expect him to be intelligent?
Yeah,
No.
that's true. You got a point. You are right. Yeah.
Hi, this is Aaron.
Hey, it's Aaron, and I'm out here in the blizzarding tundra of Canada. We get winter pretty quickly. Obviously, it's Canada. We're at the top of the world. And I'm out here on the range today doing a little bit of shooting, a little bit of practice. Because
what sort of fucking range is that? It's like, I mean, they have better ranges in Canada, don't they? You're just going out and shooting.
As in range, he means an Indian reservation, and he's gone 180, and he's going to be a Canadian imperialist.
Apparently, yeah. It's like even here in the South, it's like, look, we just go out and shoot stuff. We don't have the lark to say, well, I'm actually out here at the range. No, you're just going out and shooting stuff. Okay, come on.
Yeah, I just go to my backyard and blow up a tree.
Exactly. To say, yeah, I'm at the range. Don't cheapen yourself like that.
I think that that's an important thing to do. And I just kind of wanted to make a video today talking about how important it is for every one of you, if you get the chance, to actually go out and train yourselves. Now, I've done a lot of videos about how you should be getting together with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, your comrades, that sort of thing, and making sure that you're able to do things like deliver food to people and providing people with mutual aid. But another very important thing is self-sufficiency, self-sustainability, and being able to protect yourself and the people around you. And one of the ways to do that is
I wonder what he thinks about self-determination.
Yeah, I wonder how he thinks about that.
Autonomy, self-reliance. Oh, except for countries, that's racist.
Exactly.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
No, they really don't. It's like, bring up Michael Reinhold with this guy, and you can say what you will, and I know we've covered that in this channel plenty, and I'm sure Skeptical Manus is in here, but it's like, I still don't like what Michael Reinhold did. He goes around, shoots his magapede, runs off, takes an interview with somebody. They sell that interview to Vice, and then after that, he gets killed by the U.S. Marshals. But it's like, look, I'm just going to say that guy was a scumbag. I'm just going to say it. I know people are going to, disagree, but still, let's go ahead and continue, though. I'm sorry. That's just an off point.
That sort of thing. Obviously, it's not the most important thing, but it is an important thing. One thing that I do want to note is that a lot of people that think that the most important thing is getting firearms training often forget a lot of the little things. They often tend to miss a lot of the little things. For example, they won't get smoke detectors in their houses, even though they're far more likely to end up dying in a fire than they would by, some sort of home invasion or a situation where they need a gun. But that doesn't mean that sort of thing isn't important. So a couple of things. First of all, if you want really good information, really good content that talks about firearms and firearms training, I can't stress enough to go check out and subscribe to Tactical Girlfriend. She does a wonderful job.
Go ahead, please.
Simp.
Exactly.
Simp.
I'm not gonna follow one of the. I'm not going to follow one of the other YouTube channels that have actually deal with firearms, whether it be like TFB TV or, Forgotten Weapons or, any of those others, or Hickok TV or any of those others. No, follow this, girl who probably wears a bikini when shooting guns. Yeah. Okay. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I just.
Good night, Union Army Ball.
Yep. Oh yeah. Good night. Yep. It's all good. Yep.
Explaining all of the safety, all of the information, all of the things that you need to know so that you can operate firearms safely and in a very intelligent way. And basically, I'm just going to give you some very, very basic tips for right now. So I brought out my 22. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So very first thing that you want to do is make sure that there are three main factors that you always think about when you are looking at a firearm. The three things that you want to make sure that you're doing, they all have to do with safety. It's very obvious. The first thing, rule number one, never point your gun at something that you don't intend to fire at. Always point your gun in the direction of something that you intend to fire at.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know what that one? I was going to say something really fast. Is what that reminds me of is like how somebody was part of. I think he was part of the Socialist Rifle Association or something of that nature, and then he went into a school, with the Smash the Patriarchy shirt in Eugene, and tried to go after the cops, and he got shot to death before he could even pull his gun out.
That's okay. Yeah, that's the footage they had. They had the. I think they had the footage where they were like holding him down and stuff like that. I remember. Yeah. Oh, he was part of SRA. I thought he was like, it doesn't matter really, but Antifa. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Same thing, whatever, tomato.
Yeah, it really is at this point.
And then they planted a bomb over there.
It's like the same thing.
Of course, every time they plant bombs, they never go off.
I might be a furry who plants bombs in schoolhouses, but you know what? I'm not a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was there something you were going to say?
Oh, I don't know. I just felt like ignored.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Whenever you want to jump in, man. No problem. Okay.
Of your friends. That's rule number one, obviously. Rule number two is try as often as you can until you are actually ready to pull that trigger to not put your finger on that trigger. That's rule number two. And rule number three is kind of an operational procedure. You want to make sure that whenever you are packing away, storing, or hauling around your firearm, when you aren't ready to fire, you make sure that the safety is on and the magazine is out of the gun. With those three things in mind, those are the first three little rules of safety that you have to keep in mind, and they'll help you along your way. The reason why you always make sure that you think about those three things is because if you miss one or two of those things, hopefully one of the other things will actually save you. So, like I said, that's only the first 3. There are 100 different procedures and safety precautions and that sort of thing that you need to think about when you're operating firearms safely. But those are a couple of them. So, with that being said, I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I guess I'll get a couple of images of me firing my little baby 22. So, like I was saying before, obviously you want to make sure that you're safety.
Finally,
you are ready to fire.
Oh boy! So let's go ahead. The thing is, I wanted to say this because apparently, I heard this. I think someone left a little link to a website where they were saying this, that they're tracking serial numbers from YouTube videos if you go out and shoot. I mean, I imagine it's not. I imagine it's somewhat of a thing. I think it was from like TFB TV though. I know that they're fairly big. And I'm pretty sure it was them. I'm like, this is the type of shit that's going on. It's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna show them shooting my 22. It's like, bro, why? It's the same thing as when it's like Beardson Beardley was big, and it's like, he's showing his pistol on air on D Live. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you show yourself having firearms unless you make money from it? Unless that's your job. Why would you do that? Why would you give information to the feds for no reason? Go ahead.
Yeah, is it okay if we just do a short after stream discussion too?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Because this stuff is just funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Fire is on right now. It's off, so I'm gonna go ahead and load up my magazine. I'm gonna load a paper. We'll load around into the chamber. Sorry. Then I'm going to turn my safety on to fire, and then I'll be ready to go. So,
safety first.
This Ruger 1022. It's the same.
Safety first.
Probably would train with. The reason why I
mean, if I ever do one of these videos, I just describe what the gun is, and then just start shooting, and that's it. That's what people want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to hear you explain about every little gay shit that you talk about. Oh, we're going to talk about safety.
The only kind of gun channels I like. The only kind of gun channels I like are the ones where people do absolutely ungodly things with their guns, like fit a 12 gauge with 50 cal rounds and just go out to the range with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it does fit. It fits.
Just
because of Canadian firearms laws, it's just a huge, complicated mess to try to do anything with anything else. So
Canadians are fucked though in terms of firearms. It's like, what is it? They have like 5-round mags and stuff, right? Like, holy
have you seen California's gun laws?
Well,
like in California, they have to have their magazine screwed into the gun, and if they want to change it out, they have to unscrew it. Like that's just cooked. I don't have words for that.
We're literally screwed. Quite literally.
Well, that's why people get 3D printed stuff now, and of course that's why people are coping about it. But shit, that's probably going to be the future to a point. Getting all that 3D printed stuff, and then they're going to try to ban brass and all that business. People are going to be melting down trombones and whatnot so they can get some ammo.
People going to be stealing stop signs and stuff.
Yeah,
like ammunition.
They'll find a way. They will. People will find a way.
Into the chamber around. I am now ready to fire. I have the safety off, and I'll plug away a couple of shots.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Most underwhelming thing. I know it's a 22, but it's like, why do you need that big ass scope? I don't know what sort of size scope that is, but it's like, why do you need a fucking scope for
what
that?
Is he going to shoot? What is he going to kill with that thing? Cockroaches? Mice?
I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, what is he going to kill?
I mean, from a certain distance at a point, I mean, a 22 would bounce off of my shoe.
Yeah. It's just, oh my goodness.
This is just LARP. This is like not even cool LARP. This is just sad.
No, I mean, at least with Ian McCollum, when he had that, the Tommy gun 22, it's like, yeah, that was cool because, it sounded like a machine gun. In actuality, it was just 22, and you'd empty out like a 60 round, drum mag. It's like, yeah, okay, that was pretty fun, but it's like, this is just gay.
Yeah, no, this sounds like a Nerf gun, and Ola in the chat is
Well, if it
LARPing his
was
hey
that
hop.
fast to fire him.
Yeah. LARPing, yeah, exactly.
It's not for me. Yeah.
Firearm is unloaded. Safety's back on. Nothing in the chamber. All right, so that's pretty much the video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and make sure you get out there and you do some training yourselves. Have a nice day. Okay, so before we go, I just want to talk a little bit about this guy here. This is called an SKS. It's a little bit higher caliber than the one that.
Oh, that's a real gun.
Yeah, a real gun, an SKS. Something that your grandpa probably has. Yeah, something that probably everybody has that LARPs about they're going to use that in the Civil War. Yeah.
7.62 by 39 millimeter. It's the same kind of round that you'd see in an AK-47, but it's kind of like a boomer FUD sort of gun. But
we're so cool. We use the term FUD. We're in the gang because we know the lingo. Give me a break.
Got him here in Canada because we can't get anything better. So this is what we are. This is what we have to contend with. It's a pretty decent little rifle here. So
Temujin, there's more. The other redeemable feature is that the United States of America is the only Western country where celebratory gunfire is completely legal and enshrined in some state laws.
Yep. There you go.
Goodness. It's going to take a couple of shots for me. Ooh.
Sounds like a pea shooter.
Are we sure this isn't the same 22? Just disguise.
I didn't realize that he's also kind of rocking the dad bod a little.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for watching. If you do,
I think
get a
that was
chance,
a
check out
she, but yeah.
all the links in the description box below. Hit the little bell button because you know they're not going to tell you when I release a new video, and make sure you're subscribed because they're unsubscribing people every single day. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.
No, your channel just sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
No, your channel just sucks.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So here we're going to dig into the Imperial Renaissance.
An Imperial Renaissance.
Yep. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit, I saw this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Batman.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
The Edge.
This is what feudalism
my
does
God.
to a motherfucker.
Mother of Christ.
The Spurg run, like the Naruto run. Here we go. Golly.
I'm Imperial Renaissance.
Yeah. Where does it? I feel so. I have to laugh at him, but I also feel sorry for him. It's like this guy was just gonna.
I'm sure this guy has like actual autism.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I feel bad to laugh, but this guy is like off his rocker somewhere. Like not even high functioning autism. I know high functioning autism. This guy's like in the mid.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah, Poppy Chila says, "Look at the comments. We gotta look at the comments. We gotta see what this is."
Yeah. Let's go ahead and see here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna. This person subscribed to me, so I'm not gonna say too much about that. It looks nice. Oh boy, very excited. Beware the Batman.
Beware the Batman. I'm here to bring the Imperial Renaissance and the new Christian order.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah.
Order.
Oh boy. Okay. So let's see. This is the.
Louisiana rice farmers have begun harvesting what is shaping up to be one of the better crops in the past 5 years.
Okay.
Good weather through most of the growing season and dry weather at the beginning of the harvest have been encouraging to farmers.
Not record breakers, but solid yields. And so far, what we've managed to ship to the mills has been really good quality also.
I didn't know you can make ice in America.
Harvest and has kept many
Yeah.
combines on
Right.
Southwest Louisiana.
I thought rice was like Chinese or something.
No. No. You just have to have the right conditions, so that they can grow.
Yeah, Louisiana.
Yeah.
For rice.
Conditions hurt the second crop yields.
We want to harvest that first crop dry because the soil's wet when we harvest that first crop. We can cause a lot of rutting, and then you lose a lot of air in that ratoon crop because you bury the stubble in the mud.
An uptick in rice prices has caused acreage to increase. And
Oh, Post Nas is here. Get in here.
Oh, okay. Yep. Let me see here.
Obviously, it's
okay.
early into the new crop. We're not sure where that's going to
see
be.
here. Where's he at?
Arkansas has a large
Did he send
crop,
the
and
link?
I'm sure we'll see a little.
Yeah, I sent him the link on Discord, but
Oh, okay.
You can just post the link to chat.
Growers
Okay,
in
yeah,
North
I'll go ahead and do
Louisiana
this.
are planting more row rice
see what we got
acreage. This practice
just be
involves
lazy, do
growing
it that
rice
way.
without the traditional levee system and irrigating the rice much like you would a corn or soybean
go.
crop.
We can expect about 30,000 acres of that to be in row rice production. That's a considerable increase from what we saw last year. It's almost doubled in the amount of row rice. They really like that production system up there.
Harold expects the rice in North Louisiana will be ready for harvest by mid to late August. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Gotro reporting.
There you go. Interesting. All right.
Definitely.
Anti-cringe cleanses. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and let me take a look here. There we go. Let's take a look here. Let's take a quick look and see what we got. Pete Seeger and John. No, they're gonna shut us down.
Yeah.
They will. Yeah, we have to be careful.
They're super picky when it comes to songs.
Yep.
Did you hear that story about how that one Republican politician wanted to have people arrested for using copyrighted music on Twitch streams?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn.
They're all cringe, aren't they? It's just ridiculous.
That's late stage capitalism for you, baby.
That's true.
Or you just get arrested just for playing a song on your live stream.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he wanted to do that shit.
Yep.
I mean, this is the thing that most of these guys, lawyers,
Oh yeah,
the old
sell out
types,
easy, man. Yeah.
the internet, they don't get it.
Already.
Before copyright was easier to enforce. Now it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, I mean, even with Trump going out, there was some memo that they sent out talking about, foreign influence in media and everything else like that. So that's going to be much harder to to do anything through there. But yeah,
During colonialism, when China was colonized, subjugated, and dominated by the Europeans, Americans, and Japanese, there were two types of Chinese people. There were the coolies and the Uncle Chan. The coolies were the poor Chinese people. The Chinese people who broke their backs every day for a living, lifting crates onto a ship, working in the fields as a peasant, working in the factory assembly line, in a sweatshop. Coolies were kept in virtual slavery.
yeah. I don't want to talk shit. I don't want to talk shit about him, but I'm gonna have to, because the thing is, as far as I know that he's made videos talking about it, but it's like, as far as I know, his family comes from southern China, and they came to live in California somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm not gonna dox the guy, but it's like, to a point, it's like, you're still an American, man. I don't know. I understand what he's coming from, and I'm not going to sit here and down him for being proud of China, but it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to be grown up about it. It's like,
the British were one of the major players in that whole scheme. Basically.
Yeah, they were. I mean, to simplify it and just say, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and say this, but it's like, to simplify everything, it's like, the coolies and the Uncle Chans. It's like, well, there were other folks too that were part of the Qing dynasty as well, and everything else was like to say that they're just Uncle Chans that loved America and loved white people. It's like I don't know. Like I say, I understand where he's coming from, and I don't completely disagree with him. But it's like be careful, bro. But that's just me.
Nuke Taiwan.
Yeah.
Low wages, high rent, and high taxes by their bosses. The Uncle
Yeah, it is fun.
Were the Chinese people who wore a nice Western suit. Maybe they learned a few phrases of English or French. And next thing you know, the Uncle Chan thinks that he is white himself. Whenever a white boss enters a Chinese factory which he owns, there would always be an Uncle Chan by his side. When the white boss is angry, the Uncle Chan is angry. When the white boss is sad, the Uncle Chan is sad.
Yeah.
When the white boss sees a group of coolies taking a rest break,
We should make a response video on one of Dead Man's videos.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, this is just capitalism in general, managerialism. If I go and invest in some
Blitz
other
the
country
Reich.
and I don't know a language, I'm gonna look for a local to help me.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
because-
anything about that place.
Oh yeah, because the thing about Dead Man is Comrade Net was really upset about his Race and Communism series because he thought that it made Jason look bad when Jason was never like one of those dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, something really got screwed up with that, but yeah, I'm not gonna.
And it just got misconstrued. It's just one of those things where it's just like he did those videos out of not knowing Jason on a person to person basis, and then it's just like, oh crap.
Yeah. Like I say, man, I think with Jason is that he's been on YouTube for like 12 years. I think it just passed, so it's like he's got to keep things going. It's like a lot of the time he's kind of just stuck doing his little videos here and there, and then going on what is it, the Iranian TV? I can't press TV.
Yeah, press TV.
Like, he gets kind of stuck in that mindset, a bit, and it's like he still wants to be relevant and still wants to have clout and make it seem like he's still part of the gang, but he's older. It's like he still tries to do the mohawk and all that. It's like I don't know. It's very
crazy story though.
Yeah, that's a long
Guess who else is recently on Press TV now?
Who's that?
Angelo John Gage.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Mr. Third Positionist himself. Really? Angelo John. I mean, it's interesting with him because it's like it's amazing that he still has a check mark, number one. But it's like now he's hooking up with, Cultured Thug now, and of course, doing this whole thing, and they're just rebranding as well, and they're just trying to make it more accessible. They're not going to be that successful. I have a little bit more respect for them, but they're not going to be. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, they're only getting like they're getting close to like maybe 4,000 views, but they're never really like hitting off like the 10,000 threshold. So time will tell like how big they get, but I do respect the work they do because at least
you need clickbait.
Oh, we had a
Maoist.
Maoist. Oh yeah, apparently we had Maoist Third Worldist movement who was in the chat, but I guess we ticked him off. Sorry.
Oh no, he was just thanking you for the non-aggression
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah, no problem.
Right.
Well, such is the way. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, no problem. Yep. Not a problem then. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're just owing you a big thank you for not
okay.
causing a bunch of drama
Oh,
with the people on that end. And I don't know, it was just something that got kind of misconstrued from somebody else, but that wasn't really anything on you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I try to stick to my own here and there. I just record my BS and, give my BS thoughts, and I just do these streams occasionally. So I try to stay in my own lane, basically.
Yeah, and you're not some thought influencer that's trying to, oh, Angelo John Gage got harassed by white supremacists. Oh yeah, I saw that video. That
Oh,
was
really?
pretty
Okay.
funny. It's always kind of funny when Angelo gets mad and gets a little irritated with certain
Yeah.
people.
Let's go ahead. Okay. Well, let's see.
Hey guys, wanted to make a video.
Oh, okay.
I don't really get that influencer because there's a few people like Bosch who go on a freaking power trip.
Bunny.
Like he thought that he single-handedly, helped Biden get elected, and like, well, I can choose elections. I have real power, and like, dude, chill out.
Yeah, it's just Vosh does that same thing where he's just like, "Well, I helped get Biden elected." Bruh, take it easy. Take a seat, But I think the difference with Vosh is that he knows he's running a hustle. These guys think that they actually have power. I think that's the difference. But yeah, I don't know.
If you try to join our chat the other day, you might have been banned automatically because of a join lock. And the reason why this happened is because yesterday, a bunch of white nationalists or neo-Nazis or whatever, these kinds of people who are LARPers, they think the NASDAQ wouldn't have shot them because they would have, decided to get butthurt at what I said about me learning about things, changing my views in life, making up my sister who, by the way, they call her a mud shark. Her children are probably whiter than them. A lot of these guys, they have this obsession with whiteness, no different than Zionists have obsessions with Jewishness. And a lot of these people are mutts themselves. They're so spurgy, they all attack each other. Who's Nordic? Who's not Nordic is subhuman. You're cool, like I'm cool, but no, then I'm not cool because I'm Italian, I'm subhuman. These people are a mess. They will never win anything.
Where have you been? That's my only real question. Where have you been?
That's the stuff that happens in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and also the thing is that you went with Cultured Thug, yeah, who's a lot more reasonable and doesn't really, well, he does attract some of the cringe, but it's like, you're going to get some overlap. That's understandable. Really. So, I mean.
But it's also just the kind of stuff I'd see in the Stormfront forums years ago when I was younger, because they'd ask, like, are Albanians really white? Is this group really white? And it's just like, come on, please. Let's not like go into semantics like this.
Yeah. Like I say, I mean, I think a lot of people have woken up from that, I think, to a point. It still exists, but I think it's not what it used to be. But golly.
Their shit together among their own. So they're really irrelevant, but I wanted to make this video to let you guys know that they decided to launch a raid into the American Third Position chat. So here's the raid orders from the guys who attacked us. Raid American Third Position chat. That chat belongs to CivNat, Race Trader, Cuck, Angelo John Gage, who has turned to fighting white supremacy. So these are literal white supremacists. He's against racial separation and striving instead for unity with our racial enemies. If you get banned, send him DMs at Angelo John Gage so he feels not welcome here. Ooh, I don't want to be welcomed by you guys anyway. Also report his YouTube video saying he's disavowing his white nationalist past, saying he's learned that he was wrong and holding such view. We need to wipe him off social media while the purges are still happening. Doesn't that sound like someone we don't like that is always doing that? But anyway, Angelo is in the new video. Angelo in this new video also forgives his mud shark sister. He bashes on using racial slurs. He bashes scenes in other militant white books that Jews hate and try to get banned. Angelo is trying to get
Father.
Are you? I mean, come on. I mean,
one thing that we can all agree on, depending on if you're white or you're not white.
Mm-hmm.
Yakub, a black scientist, invented the black race 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with this, you're not white.
Yep, there you go. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the island of Patmos. Exactly. I mean, the thing is that people that have half a brain have stepped away from reading books like Siege. Nobody reads that shit. It's like nobody wants to be involved with people like James Mason. Nobody. Who would want to be involved with that type of shit? Or Adam Wofford or any of that shit? Yeah. Nobody. Nobody in their right mind.
Okay. He wants to de-radicalize them so they make peace with N-words and S-skins, because you can see how lovely these people are, at a time like this when we need to amplify racialism more than ever.
What's
No
S-skins?
de-radicalize.
Shit. The S word skins. Yeah.
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 Should be allowed room on Telegram. What wonderful people, right? They would come in by, I don't know, the hundreds and leave racial slurs and all this other stuff, photos, and they were sending me death threats. They were sending me gay interracial porn. Behaviors are no different.
Oh.
I ran the National Youth Front, and Antifa would send me interracial porn, death threats. The Zionists send me death threats. These people are no different. They're no different with their hatred than the Antifa has for me and the Zionists have for me. Therefore, these people are also my enemies. They want to destroy me and harm me. Therefore, they are the enemies, not of just me, but all of us who are decent human beings who understand that no LARP ideology is going to fix our problems here in America. American Third Division is going to be molded to fit and solve the problems we have in our country, which is unique. We're not in 1930s Germany. We're not in 1950s America. We're not in Italy. We're not anywhere but America right now. We have a lot of problems. These people are so stupid. They're so spurty. They don't even understand how we can win.
Yep.
They don't get it.
The thing is, they're nihilists. That's the whole thing, is that they don't expect to do that. They just want to have their little spaces where they can say what they want and say, and it's like you're taking their word from them. So they're going to get mad. So they're going to lash out. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I think that's kind of a basic sort of thing. They're going to lash out. Just, this is simple stuff to me.
Get it. I don't know if they're too young, too radicalized, too far gone, too emotional. I understand their anger. I get they don't like the Kalergi plan and all that. I get it. And I will defend white people against anti-white hatred to this day, long ago, forever. It's never going to change. But just because I disagree with their beliefs, they want to wipe me off the internet. Well, they're going to fail, just like the Zionists fell. So white nationalists, the ones who are the extremist types, not the ones who want to live in their own town somewhere. I don't care if people want to live freedom of association and disassociation. That's fine by me. I don't care if blacks want to do it. I don't care if Jews want to do it. I don't care. There should be no forced diversity. I think we all agree on that. But these white supremacist scumbags want to control every inch of this country, and they want to ship people back to Africa and this and that. Stupid. Completely stupid. Not going to happen. Not even practical. But you can't talk to these people. They're too busy siege posting and thinking some kind of race war needs to happen. They're crazy. So no decent human beings going to listen to them. Most of these guys are lost causes. You'd hope they wake up from it. Maybe they will. Most likely they won't. But their behaviors yesterday showed me they're actually my enemies. So white nationalists, Wignats, neo-Nazis who are not National Socialists, because let me tell you right now, if these neo-Nazis went back in time to Germany during Hitler's reign, Hitler would have rounded them up, put them right in camps. So you morons with your swastika tattoos and shaved heads and, Dig Heil, you guys would have been the first in the machine gun pits. No question asked whatsoever. You are a disgrace to National Socialism and its idealism.
I almost want to. I'm not going to, but I almost want to play the White Jew Chase song. I almost feel like this would fit. I almost feel like this feels like the perfect place to cut it and put in the do White Jew. I almost feel like that, but it's not appropriate. I'm just saying it's
not even close. You are literally the subhuman that they discussed. But you can believe you're not. Go watch American History X and think you're based or something with your memes. Go call people who never met racial slurs. Go do that. You're so cool. That's why you'll lose. And you'll never win anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, these people acted no different than Antifa and Zionists with the death threats, everything. Literally the same. Want nothing with these people. So they were invading our chat. I put a join lock, which insta-banned all of them. Now, it's possible, and probably did happen, that many of you guys who are decent people tried to get in, but were banned automatically. That's why I'm making this video. For those of you who are not these types and we're trying to get in from the last video, I apologize, but we had to make this security measure to stop these morons from coming in. So if you were banned automatically and are not these subhuman scum, then leave a comment below. Say, hey, I was banned. Here's my thing, and maybe I'll let you in. I gotta vet you too. But we're not gonna lift the lock till later. So just leave your name here, whatever, or not, or just wait till another day. Keep trying to get in till it's open. But right now it's on lock because these people are still coming. They're so childish and butthurt. They're still coming just because I disagree with them. Well, now I know they're my enemies. And now I know they want to destroy me. So I'm going to actively obliterate them. So from this day forward, I'm going to condemn white supremacist, scumbag, neo-Nazi, subhuman bastards, no different than the supremacist, communist Zionist who wants to control the world because they think everyone else is cattle. You're no different than them. You have actually become the very enemy you claim to despise. You're literally the same. I condemn openly white supremacy, the real version, not the stupid version they talk about. White supremacy, domestic terror, not that. I'm talking about the real scum who look at an innocent person and call them the N-word or some other name. The real people full of hatred because they are actually subhuman. They are inferior in mind and body. All they have is, I was born white. And many of them aren't even white. Many of them are mutts, mixtures, and they'll fight amongst each other who's white enough and who isn't. Just like a Jew who's Jewish. Is your mom a Jew? Is your father a Jew? No, then you're not a Jew if you're not a mom's a Jew. And how much DNA do you have as Jew? Are you Ashkenazi? You're not. The same insanity from the tribe. So I want to thank you, morons, for showing me exactly where you stand. And I know now you're my enemies for certain. I don't want to save you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care about you. You're no different than the Talmudic Zionist who wants to control the planet. I don't care about you. So good riddance to all of you. And thank you for attacking me publicly so the entire world knows that you and I have nothing in common. So when these morons call me a white supremacist and a neo-Nazi, they can see they're 100% wrong. So thanks for that, too. But for those of you guys who aren't these subhuman morons, just wait. Send a comment below. Let me know if you were banned and you were trying to get in. I'm sure these people are going to try to get in, but we have measures to ban these people. So no matter what they're doing, these low IQ idiots, they're never going to get their way. They're not going to ban me. The ADL's been trying to ban me for years. They haven't even banned me. What makes you think these low IQ subhumans are going to pull it off with zero power? They're not. So that for this video, guys. I thank all of you for being patient. I thank my enemies for showing me who they are, and I will talk to you guys later.
Do you think that's cope?
I think it is cope to a point. I think that I really don't think he fully believes what he says. I think that to a point, I think he's just finding a grift, taking what money he can and moving on. I think to a point, I think he believes it somewhat. But I mean, I've seen some of his Twitter posts, and it's like, okay, like I say, I think he's just trying to play the game. That's the way I see it anyway, where he's like, he knows that he can't get a regular job. So he's like, well, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
That's my
I know he tried to throw the really crazy folks, you know, the Reed Siege, Reed Ebola folks out the window. But he's already in a risk factor. So it's about just a matter of time before he gets banned. And I'm not advocating for anyone of any ideology. I don't care if you're of any. I don't really care what you think you are. But if you do want you gone, you're gone. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. And then you'll end up, still going on D Live, I guess, or you'll do some secret YouTube streams like Nick Fuentes or whatever. It's just, it's pitiful with that. That's a sad thing. That's one of the saddest stories with him, because he's just gonna be stuck being like, doing this shit for the rest of his life, still talking about Groypers when he's in his 40s or something like that. I remember when I was talking about the Groypers. I remember the Groyper movement. Yeah. It's so pitiful. That's just so sad. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and end it.
I mean,
go ahead.
One thing I did find interesting was when Alex Jones went on Tim Pool's show, and then he tried to retract it completely in order to not get punished by YouTube, and they still got him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I say, I mean that's the thing that we live in. That's kind of what I was talking about here. Is that there's probably going to be like, okay, here's a secret link so you can see the video, or here's what I wrote in this blog post or something like that. That's going to be the future, you know. And you know, it's only going to like YouTube. You're going to have CNN and Fox News and
All
something like
text for personal sites. That's it.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all that can be done. But yeah, I think we pretty much said their piece there. We've gone on for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Good amount of time. So I think we'll go ahead and keep it there. Sorry there, Uncle Ho. I know you just came into the chat here, but we went through a lot of videos and everything like that. So I think we'll call it a day there. I'll go ahead and be polite, and I will put on the outro, everything else like that. I'll do it for this time. I don't know why I'll be schizo about it, but we'll go ahead and do it this time. Why not?
Yeah. Okay.